and so shiny. We've got some super shiny bubble wrap going on over here tonight, friends.
Yep. This is gonna be the name of the game today. Get the soffit area situated so
yes,
we can do the soffits.
Yes.
If that makes any sense. I mean,
it makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you guys.
Technically, the soffits are on the outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm gonna go over a little bit with you guys. The reason why we choose to use this stuff versus, they have something that you can actually buy for, just to shove in there and everything else like that for the venting space and everything. And basically this whole thing is to keep the insulation out of that area and to keep it always being able to vent,
Right. So. You'll still have the venting. He'll bring you up in the attic space a little bit. He'll show you a thing or two. And
I'll go over it a little bit more with you guys to detail. But
a little bit more in depth on it. Just for, the people that are following along, or maybe if you guys are watching us and you guys have a future build, or maybe you got some renovations that you want to do, I don't know. Or maybe you just like to be a keeper of knowledge like we are. Sometimes we like to store a lot of useless information up in our noodles.
Sometimes.
And, sometimes it comes handy on a rainy day. We pull it out of our pocket and go, hey, there it is.
Yeah.
Nice to have that.
Sometimes it's just curiosity.
Yeah. You got to be careful with that curiosity, though. You know what they said that it did to the cat.
Oh, it's 100% true on that one.
I'm just saying.
Especially seeing that, Bobcat right after I got done doing all that. Walked out of there for a second, came back, and there he is. Literally not too far. I'm all, what the heck? It was a little guy, too, but...
Yeah.
Or girl, whatever.
Little thing.
I ain't judging.
Yeah. But, we're going to have us a really good day today, friends, or I should say night owls. Yes. It's going to be a very good night. I will say, too, kind of like last week on Friday, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go for another all-nighter. I think we're going to try to pull an all-nighter on Monday.
Yeah.
I think Monday is going to be a really good time. What's been happening is that Wednesday, we have church and stuff like that. This week, we ended up not going live. I did explain it on Real Life with SLR. However, I'll just give you the short version over here on Simple Life for those that missed what was going on. So Wednesday, we were going to do our night owl session. Gary worked and did some stuff outside. I had a bunch of other stuff that I needed to do with the sponsors, et cetera, et cetera. The kids ended up bringing some extra kids home from school. That was part of the plan. We had a youth group event that night, so we took the kids to a youth pool party. I ended up going swimming and stuff with the kids because it was so ridiculously, miserably hot. By the time that I got done taxiing all the kids back and around to where they needed to go to their houses and stuff, because I was helping out with that this time, and I got home, and I got Gary fed. By the time that I did all of those things and he ate and everything, it was already a little bit after 10 o'clock. And I was like, dude, we're not even started yet. We haven't even aired up the air compressor. We've done nothing. We would literally be starting now at 11, possibly 11:30. Yeah. And I was already super wiped, yeah. And we had a full day and everything else. So it just didn't work out for us on Wednesday. I think that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are the best days for us to do the Night Owl live stream. I do. I just feel like this Wednesday, we had the extra activity away. And then Fridays is actually the only time where I was originally thinking we would be able to pull an all-nighter on Fridays because, hey, school's the next day. Yeah. Hey, we sleep in. Wrong. So wrong.
It happens.
You know why I'm wrong? Because our son plays football, and that's taking up every Saturday of our lives now for a while. And that's okay because he's really good at it, and I'm really happy that he's having so much fun with it. But yeah, my initial plan of, hey, stay up all night on Fridays, sleep in on Saturdays, that's not going to work. So we're going to have to figure it out. I still think that the best chance that we're going to have to pull all-nighters or longer into the nighters is probably going to be Mondays and Wednesdays, just based off of our schedule that we got going on right now.
Yeah.
But we're still playing it by ear. So I thank all of you guys for joining us tonight for another Night Owl edition. You guys are the best. I see a ton of you guys in the chat already. Let me say hello to everybody before we start getting busy.
You want my phone?
Yeah, because you know how the comments go. They pop up and then they go away. They're here and then they're gone.
I don't know if my phone's it's at 41%.
41.36?
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe, maybe. But yeah, tonight's going to be a really good night, friends. We did end up, if you guys saw us in the beginning, we were holding up these things. And we did end up going to the store. We didn't get 6 of them because they didn't have 6 of them. We just went to our local hardware store. It previously known as S&W Home Goods, but now it is River Valley
Home and Lumber. Yeah.
So it's in Booneville. Great little store. Good people. And we bought all they had. This was all they had. So we're gonna.
If you're going there to try to find some, sorry.
Yeah, we took it all. We took it. It's ours. You snooze, you lose. So we're gonna actually do this a little bit differently than we did the other bubble wrap because of the sizing on it. Didn't you say you were gonna roll it and kind of cut it this way?
Yeah, and it's gonna be a bit more of a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
However, this in itself should do majority of what I need.
Yes.
Okay, just with this roll. The last time that we had the rolls, they were 16 by 25. Mm-hmm. This is 24 by 50. So
that's
quite
essentially
a bit
like 2 rolls in one. So
yes.
I guess size-wise, we have 4 rolls.
Correct.
Size-wise. Now we calculated for needing 6, but we're gonna see what we can do with just these 2. We're hoping that we can get it all finished with just these 2 because, like, you know what? This roll, anyone want to guess how much this roll costs? Drum roll, please, just in case you guys were wondering. Not that, I mean, we gotta have it, so it is what it is, but.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, but anybody care to guess how much this beautiful, shiny roll of bubble wrap was at the hardware store? Anybody? Anybody? What are the comments saying? Any guesses coming in? I'd be happy to see them.
So it's meets ASTM E84 Class 1A R6 with spacer strip. Bubble foil, basically.
Yeah. True that.
What do you think?
True that. Hey, we got some pretty good guesses. Some people are guessing real high ball, some people are guessing lower ball. Got them midsection guesses coming in. I appreciate y'all, all your guesses. Y'all are close. Closer. A little high. A little low. A little high, little low. High and low. Yeah. How low can you go? Yeah. How low can you go? That was the game that we used to play when we were kids. All right, so the answer, friends, the answer is $62.50 at the hardware store. So it wasn't too bad, okay? Yeah. It wasn't too bad. It could be worse. It could be much worse. But yeah, still $100 and something worth of product just to put these in. No big deal. It is what it is. I'm just saying. So we don't want to overbuy. So I'm happy that we didn't go to Home Depot because we have the likeliness to over purchase when we go to Home Depot. We do that often.
No, it's called this, all right? You put me, all right, into a store with lumber and tools and just all sorts of home good things, and I don't know how to say this, your Matt Reisinger gets out or something like that, or your Tim Allen or whatever.
Ugh.
Any, which and all, you start looking at things, and that partly comes to this thing. Why get the reflected and put it in that area? You know, why not just use bats? Why not just, do something to where you can get the normal stuff and put it in there? And those are like, I think $1. I think they're like $1 something, or maybe even like 3 something a piece. And it's like styrofoam. You know what I mean? Like almost looks like an egg carton type thing.
I've seen
that
those.
You put up in there.
I've seen those.
So they're cool and all, but it's styrofoam. Okay, and it's styrofoam with that kind of stuff and everything else like that. I don't think that it's gonna do as much as I really want. I feel like it might degrade or break down or something. It could do what it probably needs to do, for the time being, but I don't feel like it's gonna really hold where it needs to be. And it doesn't really give you a whole lot of space between like for the air vent and everything else like that.
Well, we're going to bring you guys up into the super sweltering hot attic space, and we're going to show you guys exactly what we're talking about with that, because how many of y'all are visual learners like me? Hi, visual learners.
Yeah.
We can explain it to you guys. You guys can, until you guys see it, then it's kind of hard to make the connection. At least I'm speaking for myself.
But if I give you this rundown now, when I go to give you the show and tell of like, all right, look at this, you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
That makes sense.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know, but this reflectant right here is huge. And why not put it in the one area that you can't really insulate that well?
True.
And it's got the number one area that your insulation is gonna be wet.
Yeah.
The number one area, and then like, is your eave areas, and on the ends where, you know, the roof pitches like this and you're trying to insulate that small little corner. Okay, so makes things interesting, but this should help out a lot of issues down the road and whatnot. So
that's the plan anyway, and that's what research, that's the conclusion that research has brought us to.
Yes.
So now before we get too busy, friends, I wanted to just put my blanket statement out there. You guys already know what's coming, okay? This ain't your first rodeo. You guys know what's coming. You guys find the button that looks like this. Give it a little tap, tap, taparoo. I really appreciate it, friends. We have over 200 people hanging out with us. We just started the live stream. There's only 70 thumbs up. 130 of you guys. Come on. Come on. Find it. I appreciate you guys. That little thing that you guys do, I know it probably gets annoying that I ask you guys to do it, but I will say that it tremendously helps out our channel. And as you know, content creators, it is very, very important to have as much help as we possibly can get. So if you guys don't mind, please locate the thumbs up button, give it a little tap. And while you're at it, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that too. It's free, friends, and it tremendously helps our channel to continue to grow, share content with you guys, and to continue to be on this whole home building journey. So I'm gonna check out what some of these comments are doing. Oh, you guys are following directions. I can see that. You guys are following directions tonight. We are over 100 thumbs up already. I see you guys following directions. Look at you guys. Give yourself a little, you know, dust that shoulder off. I see you. You might want to do this one too. A little pat on the back. You know, I appreciate you guys. Let me go in here and see what you guys are saying, but while we get ourselves prepped and ready, we're gonna move the cameras and stuff around. We're gonna give you guys a good show and tell, and we are gonna try to get really busy because again, we're on limited time tonight. Abe's got a football scrimmage tomorrow morning, so it is what it is. However, we are going to try to use every bit of both of these rolls before the night is over and hopefully say that, hey, bubble wrap, check, done. Not something that we got to deal with anymore. We could move on to something else, which I believe the something else will be either that pantry that we've been avoiding or it will be the plumbing that we've also been avoiding. So,
pantry.
Pantry or the plumbing, it's going to be one of those. Okay, so I'm going to come over here to look at the messages really quick. I'm starting at the very bottom, friends, so whoever's been in here, I'm not scrolling up. I'm seeing the comment from Greg Cozier. Did you name the Jeep? Thank you, Greg. You watched Real Life with SLR. I appreciate you watching. We have not, actually, and we're going to talk with our daughter about that and see what her thoughts might be. Now we are giving it to Julia. She is going to have it. It's going to be her first vehicle. However, we told her that it's still our vehicle. So if we need to use it for going and getting hay, or if we need to use it for feed or something like that, then it is what it is. We need to use it, you know. But when she does fully get her license and stuff, then that will be her first vehicle. She's so excited, guys. She's so excited. So proud. I'm actually going to post some pictures behind the scenes on Instagram probably tomorrow. So if you guys want to see, you know, go ahead and check that up. But we haven't named it. We are going to allow Julia to have some input on that. And it's going to be basically, it's her first car, but we're not sure if she's going to want to, we want her to have some skin in the game. Because with kids and with most people in general, when they're just given something, they don't necessarily appreciate it I mean, when you get older, then you have more of an appreciation because you have a lot of hard work under your belt. And so like, you're like, wow, you know, I realize the value of things. But young kids, they need to understand the value of things. So as much as I like want to just like, here you go, and we are going to, here you go, have it. I'm also going to make her put some skin in the game. And the main reason why we got that is so when she does get her license, so she can drive and she can get a job and she can save up for something of her own, or she can have that one, or she can just, you know, that's what we're thinking. That's what we're kind of thinking. It's our first time with this situation with her, so we're playing it by ear, all right? But that's what we're thinking, and I think that she would, you know, need to have some input. She's excited to put all the rubber duckies on it, though. She's really excited. Like, you should have seen this kid's face. I mean, I wouldn't brace face from ear to ear, but she got the braces taken off, and so, but the smile on her face, she was just like, really? Oh my gosh, Mom, oh my gosh. Dad, she was just so excited. Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. We were like, well, keep doing good that you're doing. Keep staying in school, like getting good all A's, you know. She had a B last year, a big whoop, you know. And she's a really good girl. So we're very proud of her. Very, very proud of her. I'm gonna set you guys up to watch Gary while I yap at you guys because you guys know how I can just sit here and just dribble on and on and on. And I know you guys like it, but also the vlog watchers later on will probably want to see what Gary's doing. And then
I just cut my...
I know, you're just prepping. He's prepping.
These two are...
He moves so quickly sometimes, though.
And I need this guy for in here.
Sorry, friends. I gotta have my other hand. I need to unplug that thing. Hold on. I'm trying to get Eileen free. All right, I'm trying to get Eileen free, but then I had like this wire. You see this wire all around it? Because last time I was up here, I had to charge my phone, and I got extension cords, and our life is a mess. It is what it is. So anyways, I have to move some things around here because we're ending up in a tangled mess. Tangled mess. Oh, the tangled web we weave. Okay, now I got Eileen, Gary, so just 1 second, friends. Let me get you all fully set up now that I'm not going to have you guys on the ladder anymore because I know that Gary's going to need that ladder anyhow. So 1 second, and then I'll be able to come back to the comments. And I made it so far in the comments, I read one comment and then started yapping and yapping and yapping. I'm sorry, friends.
Yeah,
I'll call myself out when I do it, y'all. I will call myself out. I'm a yapper.
Funny.
That's why I have my little yapper dogs, because we're peas in a pod. We're yappers. Actually, my dogs aren't very much yappers. I'm throwing them under a bus that they shouldn't be under. Their breed is yappy, and they can be when they get outside and they want to go back in, but... Okay, I think we're about straight now. I think we're good. All right. All right. Katrina, when we practice to deceive. Yeah, that is the rest of that saying. I'm not trying to deceive anybody. Actually, I think I'm being pretty transparent. But yes, the tangled web we weave, that is the whole complete saying of that. Yes, ma'am. Let me bring you guys here into Abraham's room, and then you guys can see what's going on. And I'm gonna go grab the phone, the other phone, so that way I could read y'all's comments. Okie dokie, there you are. So Gary, real quick, before I start my yapping for editing Mel, go ahead and talk to the people in the future, hi future people, and be very, let them know what's going on. Give me a cut point, baby. You got this. Ready, and action.
All right, so I've got only just a little bit of view, which is right here to here. So I got them cut out and everything, and I've got to sort of lay it out and cut it out perfectly. Each joist now, in order to see if I can get this thing. Yep, that should work out perfectly like that. This is the first piece, so it's going to take a little bit. Try to get used to it. going all the way up this way. I'm running it this way, or this way. I'm gonna have to run it in 2 sections. So, yay. But it's the workaround that's gonna work.
Before you get too busy, would you like to bring them up there so you can give them a visual learners a little show and tell on? Get that piece in.
Let me get this adhered for the most part.
Oakley dokley.
Yeah, this stuff is a lot thicker than the other stuff. Okay. Okay.
You want me to hand it to you, baby, so you don't
Now
gotta
you
get
can
up and
hand
down?
it to me so I can sort of show people.
All right, I'm not gonna take off the thing. I'm just handing you the phone itself. Just because of Eileen being a pain. So, okay.
All right, so as you can see here, that one runs all the way up that way. Okay, that's a 4-foot section. That's only 2 feet. Now, my insulation, I'll probably only be about right here to where this is probably all I'm gonna need anyway. But because I'm gonna be standing over there, blowing insulation, see I've got this duct right here, I've gotta blow it in this way. I wanna try to get this as high as I can so I'm not blowing insulation here, if that makes any sense. The whole reason why I'm doing this is to keep this cavity right here open. Okay, now that cavity is this full 2x opening right there, as you can see. Okay, so that goes whee all the way onto the outside. And that area right there is the soffit area. So the soffit is where the air gets pulled in. It runs up like that in your attic and then collects into your attic, making it vent through your ridge and have all the hot air escape. So that is the whole idea of a soffit ridge line vent type or an attic vent itself. That's the whole concept of it, is that you got to pull the air from somewhere, and they're going to pull the air from the soffit area and bring it on up. So if you bring in your insulation and everything and you blow in insulation into this area, you're going to trap in this spot and your attic's not going to breathe, which then can create mold and everything else, because you're going to get moisture and all the other stuff that goes along with it. That's not something that you really want to deal with. Not only that, but a lot of times you get the moisture and everything right here because of the ice damming and everything else that happens throughout, you know, the life of your house and everything else. And it's the eave where a lot of everything that hits the roof goes to this point of your house. So that's where it's very prone to leaking, all this other stuff and everything else like that. And if you put insulation here, it's bound to get wet because of the condensation and everything else from the roof deck to everything else like that. The way that we designed everything, we shouldn't ever have the condensation issue per se, but you know, we had condensation issue in the basement with underneath the wood.
Oh yes, the condensation insulation situation.
This is a constant chasing battle of mine that I've been seeing, and it's like anything that I see online that it's like, hey, this is helpful in this area, or this could help out in this or this or this or whatever, then it's like, yeah, I'm gonna try to do that, you know. So that's why I go a little crazy, a little nutty, but I don't want to build it and then have it get molded and rotted out and be, you know, nothing in 10 years or so.
Well, the thing is this is our forever home. So we might be going a crazy amount, a bit above and beyond, but we don't plan to move anywhere. And we have this space open now. Once we close it, now it's going to be hard to go back and do anything, you know? So it's like,
why not?
One of those things where it's like, all right, we're just going to take the extra time and just get her done, you know? So, all right, I'm going to put you guys back on Eileen really quick. 1 second. William is saying, that's a great explanation of how rooftops breathe. Great job, Gary. Hooty hoo! Hooty hoo, friends. Hooty hoo.
I'm glad that made sense. I try to make sense, but...
Greg wants to know, are you going to use nail plates for the plumbing and electrical?
So, I do have some nail plates. That is something that I want to try to get an abundance of and throw up before I start going screw happy with everything.
Yeah.
That would definitely be something nice to nice to have. We have a lot of that done in the basement. So.
Oh, hey, and I'm just now seeing it because I'm super slow tonight, friends, and I apologize, but Watching You sent us a super chat when we first started, and I really appreciate.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Really appreciate that.
Where'd it go? There it went. I'm so sorry. That was the weirdest thing. I tried to heart the... Dang it.
What's that?
I can't heart it. Every time that I try to heart You that sent us the super, it like turns the camera off. That's why the camera went black and then it went back on, because the heart button on my screen is too close to the camera, like hide stream video button, whatever. I'm not trying to do that. But I see it and I thank you for it. Thank you for the super. We really appreciate you sending us that. I'm just really slow tonight, friends. My bad. I'm going to get back to this chat though, so that way I can chat with y'all and have Gary answer the chats while we're going in real time. Get a good cup of coffee tomorrow morning before watching your MVP. Aw, that is so sweet. We will. We're going to need it. We are going to need it. That's for sure.
Dude, it's like we have to be on the field at like 8:30 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And it's an hour drive.
That means we're leaving at 7:30. We need to leave at 7.
We need to leave at 7, to be honest.
So, yeah, so that way we're getting him there early, not like exactly when we need to be there.
Yeah.
So we need to leave at 7. That means that we need to be up at least by 6, probably 5:30. So yeah, we got to be up at like 5:30, friends. So if we stay till midnight, just know we're getting like 5.5 hours of sleep, which is okay because we love you guys.
It's all right.
It is what it is. We'll catch up tomorrow after the game's over. We'll come home and then take a snooze. I actually am having a girls' day tomorrow with my friend who's having a birthday. Yeah. So I won't get very much snooze time. And I still have to make cookies before I go. Yay.
Yay. I'm almost half tempted just to go over that piece that's up there instead of cutting it. If that makes any sense.
If you want to. I just want to make sure that we have enough of this bubble wrap to do the...
Yeah, I'm going to just go over it. Why not?
Yeah, that would fit.
Why not? Ooh.
That would fit. I felt my screen went funky because at the same time I took the video full screen on my monitor. No, I was trying to heart the super because there's an option to like it, and then as the creator I can put the heart on it. But when the super comes up on my screen on my end, I write exactly where the heart is also like camera button. So as I'm trying to tap heart, it tapped off the camera screen. At first I thought I screwed up and ended the chat, but I didn't.
You messed
just something else
up again.
I thought I did, but I didn't. Stephanie Millett, hey girl, hey, good to see you in here. Oh, and I think I saw people saying that they were happy that you're feeling better. I didn't know that you were ill. I'm so happy that you're feeling better, sweetheart. She says that you are one busy mama, Mel. Yeah, I am. But you know what? It's a blessing. I'm going to miss these days one day. I already know that. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss the busyness when everything's quiet. But
Oh, I'll keep you busy.
oh, I know you will. You promise? Stop it. You could use that in your vehicle to keep the sun out. Hey, we could, but I don't know if other cars would be blinded. Blinded by the light.
Oh, they would.
Oh no, infection and dialysis catheter. That's horrible, Stephanie. I'm hoping that I'm praying in Jesus' name that you get complete healing. Y'all, let's take a second and pray for our good friend Stephanie. Dear Father, dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for gathering everybody together tonight, Lord, and thank you so much for all of our friendship in this wonderful community. Please send your healing angels and touch all of those that are sick and afflicted tonight, Lord. Everybody that's going through some things in their bodies, please give them full restoration and make them whole. We know that you can do all things, Lord. You are the creator of all things. You do all things, and all things are done for you, for your good. And we love you, and we worship you, and we praise you, and we ask these things in your name of your precious Son, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. All right, let me take this thing up real quick.
I hope that you have a full restoration, Stephanie. Gary will be right back, and the show's going to keep going, guys. But let me see. Not busy enough, Gary. Ditz says, yeah. Huh? Ditz was saying, I'm not busy enough. Not busy enough, Gary. Greg says, flex tape, Gary, flex tape.
Bro. It's the first thing that Mel said.
That's exactly what I said.
I was all, no. All right.
He's like, no.
No.
Charles wants to know, what does your average monthly electrical bill run? Well, I'll tell you, since we got all these battery power banks and stuff, it's not as bad. Our average, now this is with us not having anything super energy efficient, but we're also only running downstairs in the basement. An average bill is about $175, which is not bad. An expensive bill, like in the super hot months when the air conditioner doesn't turn off, like this month and last month, it's about double that, a little bit less than double that, maybe 280-ish to 300.
The summer is the
summer,
killer.
yeah.
Or the winter.
The winter is the killer, though. The winter we've had
like,
the worst one that we've ever had was just under 400, and that was the worst one that we ever had.
I'm curious how it's going to be with this.
And that was
AC.
also too before we got more of these battery bank stuff. But like I said, our power bill is progressively going down every month, because we're generating a lot of our own power, and we're using those systems to supplement energy in places. So for instance, my whole computer setup, like the internet, my whole desktop, everything, it all runs off of one of our Blue Eddy systems. And basically I have it plugged into the wall, but it only takes, like, I basically will run it down to like 15%, and then I have it plugged in to where then it starts charging back up from the shore power. So then it gets to 100%, and then I use it with my computer and all my things, and then it gets back down again, and then I have it recharged. So like I'm only recharging it. It only takes 2 hours to recharge thing. Not even. It's like quicker than that. Very, very short. And then so I'm only paying for that 2 hours or whatever of charging, but then I get like a whole week's worth of use, if that makes sense. So like it's a way that I'm able to kind of like go around and use the power that I need, but I'm only having to pay for little, like we're paying for less because we're using these banks, and the banks are the way that it works. So I'm probably not explaining it the best way. I'm trying. My brain's a little me. But it's actually
over here, baby.
Oh, we're moving. I'm sorry. We're moving. Moving, friends. Moving on. Moving on. But it's actually not too bad. We paid more in Arizona for our house in Arizona, and we didn't even have an air conditioner. We just had a swamp cooler. But the power was just more expensive in Arizona consistently.
We paid a lot more with the AC than we did with the swamp cooler, though.
We did, but
however,
I'm just saying,
the AC we only had that for a month.
Yeah.
When we bought when we bought the house, and the AC took crap. So it could have been the fact that the AC just wasn't working the best. But yeah, anywho.
Yeah.
Let me go grab this.
Okay, I'll turn the camera on me while you get ready. Again. Hey friends. So yeah, it's actually not that bad. Like, to be honest with you, the power out here is not as bad as in other places that we lived. In Las Vegas, I had an apartment complex, which was a small apartment that me and Gary, our first place that we lived in before we lived in anywhere else. And it was a small 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment on the east side of Las Vegas. And that power bill for that place ran me like $250 a month consistently,
That crap was ridiculous,
like constantly. And in the winter, it was like $350. And that was back in like
I found out
2010. So
we found out why after the fact.
oh, he's getting busy.
But they everybody that's inside that building shares the power bill,
Which doesn't seem fair.
which I don't think is fair at all, because that means if one person is not being energy conservative, or
Yeah, but when you live in like shared housing like that with apartments and stuff, you just kind of, you don't get to have full control over things, and it is what it is.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean.
I do. I hear you. I hear you.
That's
You've explained just right. Best Ricky Ricardo voice. Yes, I did the good splaining. The good splaining. I love Lucy, guys. You want me to go grab it from the other side?
well, I gotta
No?
get it looser. Of course, it's. Oh,
I'll just let you work. You're good at it.
hey,
No, you're good. My Pennsylvania Power and Lights runs me about $62 a month. That's not bad at all. That's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I can't wait to get on some of that $62 energy. Hey, enough of these battery banks and enough of this. The way that we get, when our home is finished, we're going to have a solar array on top of the roof. Good thing Gary's got a little bit of experience with that now. Come on, 360. And we're going to see what we can do to get something set up on our roof. That's partly why we went with the type of roofing that we did. It's one of the reasons, because our generating solar power is in our long-term goals. Being completely self-sufficient is the long-term goal. However, it's going to take us a long time to get to the long-time goal, but we're going to keep eating the elephant one bite at a time, friends. It doesn't happen overnight unless you're rich, which I'm not rich. Shoot. We're making it, but we're making it. Let me see. I Love Lucy. Yes, I Love Lucy is great. Also, who was a fan of the show Father Knows Best? I love that show too. That's a great one. Anybody seen the episode when they get stranded on the island? I was laughing. I was like, they made this before they made Gilligan's Island. And I mean, it wasn't like Gilligan. It was, Gilligan's Island was a totally different thing, but like, anyway, sorry, squirrel. Let me see, we're with a co-op and it's cheaper than some of the other electric. Ours runs somewhere between $150 to $200 a month, and we live in an old farmhouse. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all, if I do say so myself. Oh my goodness, MJ Casados. I'm in Northern Cali, Redding area, and my highest bill was over $600. I believe it.
Yeah, I believe it.
In Cali, they rake you over the coals, man. I know, I lived there. It was crazy. And that was back in the 90s. I moved out of Cali in the 90s. I guess I kind of went back and forth for a little while too, but it wasn't my main address. I would stay there for a few months out of the year here and there. after that, but like, yeah, I remember my parents always, you know, during the late 90s, they were like, we can't afford it no more. We got to get out of here. So.
What was that?
It was the Fran dresser. I was trying to be Fran dresser in my mind. I was picturing that. Never mind. I'm squirreling, Gary. Summer AC, but then winter we have propane or gas, and those prices are outrageous too. Yeah, that's why. So that's another thing. Like, we've considered, and we just didn't build our house for a wood burning stove. We've considered it, and if we do put a wood burning stove in the house, it will be in the basement. But the problem is like the layout of our house and where we would be putting the vent pipe. We didn't want the pipe to go straight up through one of our kids' rooms, because that's basically where we would put it if we put it in the basement. So it would have to go out the side wall and go like crooked and then go up and out. So, and we didn't want to do it here inside the house, because then it would have been right there on the other side of Abraham's room, and I just didn't like the sound of that. So we might put one in the basement at some point. You're doing a great job, Gary.
We're getting there.
You're getting there. It's a lot nicer to just use the one roll and drag it across the whole room instead of having to cut slivers like we did last time. You're really thinking with your noodle now, babe.
Well, the problem is I'm gonna have to cut this thing with every single joist. Yay.
A wood furnace would be better for you, Mel. You can cook, you can hook it up to your ductwork. How? What do you mean? Like to my AC ductwork? I'd want a professional to do that.
You know how your mom's old house was?
My mom's Arkansas house?
Huh?
Her farmhouse?
Yeah.
How it had the wood burning heat?
Yes, that would be the way. But that, yet again, you're with fire in itself is an amazing thing. However, with your house being mainly made of wood, it becomes a little bit more of a issue in the sense of things and whatnot, you know?
Well, see, Mom had wood fire for heat, but Mom didn't have a fireplace. The wood furnace was outside, detached from the house, and then it was like piped in.
Yeah, and it heats the water, and the water has like a furnace that, goes through the furnace that's inside, and you know, it is a different thing. But I'm just saying, like,
I don't know.
I don't know much
our air
about
conditioner
it.
unit that we installed has heater on it. The only problem and the only reason why I would really be like inclined to be like, yeah, I really want wood, isn't so much because of the price. I mean, the price is, you know, something that's attractive, right? Because we live in a wooded area. We got abundance of wood, right? But it's less so much about the price to me and more about the doomsday preparedness. If I can't generate power, can I generate heat? And I guess I would just personally cross that road when I get there, I guess.
That's where I would put it down.
In the basement.
In the basement.
Yeah.
And I would just get a normal wood burner just because of ease of everything.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And we just have to climb it out of the wall, going out and then up. Having one upstairs here in the cabin portion of the house, it just didn't, like for the blueprints of our house, it just didn't make sense to have a fireplace.
No, and the problem is just the layout of it.
That's what I'm saying.
The only spot that we could have put it is in the living room, in a sense, or in the dining room. But where are you going to sit to eat?
Or we could have put one in the mudroom.
In the mudroom, we probably could have, you know. But even with the mudroom, it's like I'd almost want to rip out that whole wall in a sense, you know?
Oh yeah, so then the heat could actually get in here and not just smoke out the mudroom.
Yeah, so.
I know.
I don't know.
The blueprints for our house just wasn't designed for one because we have bedrooms, like our house is in thirds, you know, like,
This is a hodgepodge
well, 1/3 of the house over here is just bedrooms for the
from
kids.
one plan to another
Then you got
plan.
the middle section of the house, and that's the shared living space with the living room, the dining room, and the kitchen. And then the other side of is mine and Gary's room and our bathroom, but then also the kids' bathroom, or, you know what I mean, in the hallway. So like the logistic, that was the best way that we could figure out having us not all be super on top of each other. Like me and Gary wanted at least some separation from the kids for our bedroom. But it like made it the best way so that way we all could share the space and we can all have good, decent sized bedrooms, decent size living and like shared spaces. You know what I'm saying? So like
It made it to where we didn't have to have a 2-story house with a basement, technically making it 3 stories.
Yeah, because that's
Or
what
3
we were
levels.
thinking about doing at first.
Yeah, so I'm glad that we didn't do that. I mean, at the same time, if we would have done that, then we would have had an abundance of room, and I would have done it exactly the way that it was planned out. Like, I would have had the 3 rooms
I
up
just
there.
don't, yeah, I just
And
don't,
then
we
had
don't
an
need that.
open living room concept, you know?
You know why I really don't want something like that? Because I'm the only person that would be cleaning that. I'm good. This is plenty. This is plenty. Plus the kids won't be with us forever.
Huh?
The kids won't be with us forever. Grandkids will come. Those kids will stay here and there. But this will be this is the perfect size house. It's a little bit on the small side, to be honest with you, for a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. It's small.
It's a little small.
But
It's a bit hard to find a 4-bedroom, 2-bath at 1,089 square feet.
and I was gonna say the best thing is that like we have the basement though, so that's what makes it not small. Like up here, our living space is small, where our bedrooms are, but it's literally our bedroom. We go in there, we go to sleep, we store some of our stuff, and that's it. We don't want to raise bedroom kids where the kids just hang out in their rooms forever. I know when the kids first get their rooms, that's probably where they're going to want to hang out.
That's all they're going to do for a while,
well,
man.
our kids also have never had bedrooms.
Yeah, they're going to be so excited. They're going to
Like,
be...
it'll be a first for them, but we're trying, like, our kids... We built them a tree house, and they don't use it nearly as much as I thought that they were going to, but they do use it. Like, they do. But they're not in it every single day. They're not in it, like, when they have friends over, and then, like, sometimes when they get annoyed with each other, they'll go up in there. And wintertime, they go up there more. Like, summertime, it's just too hot. But anyhow, what I'm getting at is, like, our kids, they enjoy being in the living room. Our kids enjoy being all up in our business all the time, even our teenager. You know, so like, I think it's just how we've raised them, which is very different from like, say, how me and Gary were raised, or maybe how some of you guys might remember your kids, which maybe would be our age, some of our subscribers. It was a different time back then, y'all. It's a different world. It's a different world now. Well, I know when I was a kid, like, a lot of kids were bedroom kids, you know?
Should I go down it and cut each one first?
But now we raising those living room kids. Kelly, perfect size bedrooms for sleeping. Yeah, I mean, they'll have enough room for sleeping. All the kids are gonna have their beds, and they're gonna have desks, and they're gonna have dressers and like shoe rack, you know, laundry basket and stuff in here. They're already past the age of needing like a bunch of floor space for toys. And to be honest with you, that's what the basement's for. If you wanna play, you wanna hang out with stuff, like go downstairs. Upstairs is for like the quiet chill time. I'm cooking, we're getting ready, like we're having like more chill time. Downstairs is like, okay, you're closer to being outside. So, you know, keep the video games and all that kind of stuff and everything like downstairs. The big family movie night and stuff downstairs. Like we'll have a living room up here, but it's gonna be more of like the chill upstairs. I grew up in the 70s. We stayed outside most of the time. Exactly. So like how it went from what from what I imagine, Most of the kids were outside, 70s, 80s. I was outside a lot in the 80s and the 90s too. But when we were home, we didn't hang out in the living room. We hung out in our bedrooms. And I attribute that mostly to one, when I was really younger, there was like one television and it was in the living room and our parents had it or the older siblings had it, and that was that. As I got older and in the 90s, televisions and stuff became more affordable, and it was more common for people to have televisions in their bedrooms as well. And so once the televisions were able to go into people's bedrooms at a more affordable rate, then the parents got to have the TV in their room or the living room, and the kids got to have it into their bedroom. So naturally, everyone just kind of separated and started watching their own shows and not having to wait, you know, and technology moved on too, from having to wait for the show at a certain time to now we have a DVR, or it wasn't even a DVR, it was the TiVo. You guys remember TiVo? Those were so popular, and you had to pay the premium for the TiVo. And then went from and TiVo was like same time as DVDs were still a thing. But then once TiVo came, DVDs kind of made its way slower out, and then they started bringing out streaming. And that was like at the beginning of YouTube and the beginning of Netflix, which I've been a Netflix member for so long that I was a Netflix subscriber when all you could do was rent DVDs from them. And it was a put it in the mail and mail it back, like a red box type of a situation where you'd get the DVD in the mail and you'd watch it and you had to return it, you know, and then they'd send you out what's next on your list. Anybody remember that? Because I do. And so anyway, that's what I attribute it to. I just attribute it to times changing because of technology. Technology changes people's.
Nowadays we get looked at like, what are you talking about? You had a DVD? What is that?
Yeah, the kids are like, what's a DVD? I'm like, you know, the round shiny disc, like the CD. Oh, Blockbuster. Yeah, Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. Man, my family still owes them so much money. Yours does too, Gary.
Oh, I guarantee it. I'm not gonna lie.
For real. How many times did you like move and you find like an old Hollywood Video case and stuff and you're like, oh, I should have returned that a long time ago. I wonder what the late fees on that would have been. I don't want to know. I was raised in the country. There wasn't any street lights, just moonlight unless it was cloudy. Hey, that's the kind of life that we're giving to our kids, and I respect it and I appreciate it, and that's the good life right there. That's what we're trying to give to our kids, especially in a world as crazy as it is right now. It's only getting crazier. And I feel like, and you guys could disagree, but I feel like the reason why society and children and everything has changed so vastly from like when we look at the good old days with nostalgia eyes, right? And we're picturing riding down the cul-de-sac on our bicycle and coming home when the street light comes on and hearing the ice cream man, you know, in the distance and having a quarter and chasing him down and being able to just go get it. Drinking water from a garden hose, you know, being able to go and knock on your friend's door, having to ride across town and feeling safe to do so at, you know, 6, 7 years old, and going and knocking on your friend's door. Hey, can little Timmy come out and play? Oh no, he's not home. Okay, riding your butt all the way back home. And there's no phones, there's no anything. I think that we all long for that time, but it's a time that, because we only got to enjoy because the technology wasn't around. That's the only reason we were even able to have those. And so like we find ourselves as a society, like here we go, I'm on my soapbox, guys, I'm sorry. But we find ourselves as a society being like, we want all of these things, but we still want all the technology. I'm gonna raise my hand and say that that's me. That's the position that I'm in. I want all of the simple times, but I want all of the technology that we have now because it does make life easier. So how do we, as a society that is brand new and infant when it comes to these things that we in human history, as far as we're aware, have never had before, right? So we're trying to ride that line of, you know, great power comes great responsibility, and not losing our humanity when we lose the ease. You know, we're supposed to work and toil with the soil, right? And it's one of those things where you have to ask yourself those bigger questions, like what are we losing by gaining this? And sometimes you have to make those decisions, like the loss does not validate the gain. And sometimes the loss does validate the gain. The loss of me and Gary having to go outside and push a lawnmower out and about, yeah, I'll take that loss. I like the robots for that. However, other things, like I like streaming. I'm streaming right now and it's great and it's convenient, but sometimes you take things for granted. We used to all like camp out at the movie theaters when a really good movie was going to come out, and you sure as heck went to the theater and saw it because it was going to be like another 6 months before it came out on VHS, right? And you'd be able to rent it or something. And then when it did come out, you had to camp down at the Blockbuster to rent it because everybody, was going to want to rent it, and you got to wait for somebody to return it and hope that you can come by and get the one copy or whatever it was. So the value of those things, value of those commodities was a lot more valuable because people had to put in more work and effort. Well, if we as a society take away a lot of the work and effort, what's valuable? These are the bigger questions that keep me up at night. I'm off my soapbox.
You're philosophing like no tomorrow over here.
I could talk. Listen. Gab and a noodle that don't stop, okay? So if that's what you vibe with, you're in the right place. If that's not what you vibe with, you're in the wrong place. What was that? I went to go grab my water. What'd you say?
I love you. I said, he definitely gave you the gift of gab.
That's right. Listen, communication is one of the skills that I was blessed with, and by the grace of God, I've been able to use that skill to provide for my family and also help other families and other people. Hence, what we're doing right now, sir. My gift of communication. We're communicating with the peoples and having a darn good time doing it. Praise God. Stephanie says, great save, Gary.
I didn't save nothing. I still told her.
That's all right.
I ratted myself out.
That's all right. Mel, are you on your paint can soapbox? We're saving that for later tonight if we finish this bubble wrap too quick. Gary's gonna sit and gab to you guys while I'm gonna get the brown finger. That sounds really bad, but if you watched Real Life with SLR, you guys know what I'm talking about.
What world are you talking about over here?
Listen, if you watched Real Life with SLR, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you didn't, don't let your mind go to the gutter. I ain't filthy. Yep. Gary told on himself so he doesn't have to sleep upstairs tonight. No, Gary knows that I edit the videos. So,
no matter what, I'm
he's like, she's gonna find out later anyway.
I'm cooked.
Kelly, we know, Mel. Okay, good, Kelly, because I said it, and then literally as soon as I said it, I was all, man, that's gonna be chopped and cut, and that's bad, but you know what? I love you guys. You guys know what I mean, okay? Miss Elaine, I saw it, Mel. I know. Good girl. Thank you, Miss Elaine. David wants to know, is he going to put block in the gaps?
Blocks in the gap. What are you talking about?
I think he missed the first part of our chatting. So I'm going to, hey, everybody that's now joining, I'm going to give you guys a quick recap on what Gary's doing, because I can sit here and get all philosophical and we can go on all these different tangents and stuff. And so I know that some of you guys are here strictly for our building and stuff, which is fantastic. We also are here to hang out, but I don't want to leave you in the dark. Sorry, I had a little bit of air coming back up my chest because I drank some water and now some air wants to come out. So right here, friends, where Gary is putting in all of this bubble wrap, he's going from this side of the gable end and he's connecting it, as you can see, on the roof trusses, and he's connecting it down here. Now there's a gap right here that you can go essentially behind. That gap is a good gap. That gap is going to allow airflow to come from the soffit, which is on this side wall, which would be the south side, and the wall that he just completed, which would be the north side. So when on the other side of this, the roof kind of goes out straight, and then the piece of board that goes up like this, that's called the soffit. And so the airflow goes from down below and up and into the attic space, and we're trying to force it because it's going to need to breathe. The air needs to come to the attic space so the house doesn't, you know, have problems with it. So at the very top of the roof, there's a ridge vent that Gary had to cut out, and the metal is just connected there, so airflow is allowed to, hot air can escape from that ridge vent area. And so essentially what he's doing by doing this is he's making it so the air can go from the soffit outside that way, up through here, through this spacing, and then go all the way up to where the ridge cap is, and it's going to allow it to breathe. Now the stuff that he's putting up right now, it's bubble wrap type stuff. It's actually an insulation. We call it bubble wrap because it kind of has these bubbles in there. But it's, what is it, R6 or something?
It's R6 if it's spaced correctly.
Okay.
So supposedly that will be R6 because of how it is spaced off of that wood deck area.
So this stuff does have an insulation value itself, and it's reflectant, so it should repel some of the heat. It's not going to allow any of the moisture to come in and kind of like have a freezing space right there, so we shouldn't have an issue with any kind of like you know, the ice expansion and stuff right there, so because of the breathing. And so that's the thought process behind that. It's going to allow air to come from the soffit and come up. And the last thing that it's going to do, sorry, I just had my brain went too fast. But the next thing that it's going to also allow it to do is, because he's closing it up right there at the bottom part, when we have the drywall up on the ceiling, it's going to create that little triangular gap opening right here in that space. And he'll be able to blow in the insulation all the way up to that space as far as we possibly can for the roof without it expelling itself outside and into that soffit area. It's going to keep it all trapped right there, and then he can have the bulk of it coming this way. And so I hope that that explains it to anybody that's coming in a little bit late. I'm not as good of an explainer as, I guess, technical, because I'm just the helpmate. So I'm not as technical with it, but I think that I understand it enough to explain it, and I hope that you guys can understand what I just explained. So anybody that's joining, that's what he is going on right now.
This is the downside of doing it this way that I didn't want to do.
What's that? Oh, yes, all of the electricity wires right there?
No.
What?
So every joist I'm having to cut a slit for.
Yes.
Start it.
I see. So that way you can put it down.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job. And hey, you know what, friends? I got a praise God moment. It's not 1,000,000,000 degrees up in this cabin tonight. It's probably 70s, like high 70s, but it's probably 70s up here right now. Huh, baby?
Sure.
Sure.
Something like that.
His head's in the attic space, so he's not feeling the 70s.
Outside.
Poor Gary.
Outside, yeah, that feels like it may be 70.
Yeah. Do you want me to move this fan over here, honey? So you can get some?
I'm tired of walking around this thing.
I was wondering how long it was going to take you to mess with the death trap. Would you like me to bring the fan over here to you, sweetie? I know you're moving and grooving, but like...
I'm still in here for just a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I had to cut that. If I didn't do that now, that would have been a nightmare. Because basically what I'm doing is I'm cutting the joist, or the thing for the joist. Then I gotta pull it up because I'm bringing it down so far that it's bunching up. So I gotta pull it up, stretch it across, and then I'm sort of using that as my measurement and cut each one without having to fight with the tape measure and everything else. This is a little bit more of a tedious nightmare, I'm not gonna lie.
It makes sense. And hey, isn't the whole north side finished?
The whole north side's done except for the mudroom.
Except the mudroom.
So I'm trying to do the house mainly right now, and then we'll go and tackle the mud room right now.
Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I gotta cough for a sec. Got a little tickle in my throat out of nowhere.
Tickle, tickle.
Tickle, tickle. Let me grab my water cup. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab Gary's phone while I'm at it and read the comment section. Let's see. Richard, you explained that perfectly. Well, thank you, Richard. I did my best. I did the best that I knew how to do. I don't always have the smarts, but when I have the smarts, I like to speak the smarts. Let's see. Dale, when I was in first grade, we lived in California. They came around at dark and turned streetlights. They came around at dark and turned on the streetlights. Somebody had to manually go around and turn them on. That's crazy. I don't remember ever having anything like that.
Yay!
Monkey Biz, that's funny you brought up DVDs and VHS tapes. Just weeks ago, shipping households for relocation, I looked at the wife and said, really? We're keeping this junk? Hey, here's the thing though. I still have a big binder. It probably weighs literally like 40 pounds. Okay, maybe not literally. It probably weighs like 30 pounds though. Maybe not 40, but definitely 30. It's one of those giant binders, where like you flip it and it can have like on one sheet, you can have 8 CDs, because 4 on the front, 4 on the back. But I, of course, was cheap and I used to stuff like 3 of them in each slot because I was like, I'm not carrying around 4 binders. I'll just overstuff this one and not be able to zip it up at all because ADD, am I right? And yeah, I still have my binder, and you know what's funny is that I have a lot of CDs that I paid for, and I think one of the last times I was on live, I was talking to you guys about like movie soundtracks and how I used to buy a lot of movie soundtracks. True story, did. But also, like, I burned a lot of CDs too. I was prime age for Napster. When Napster was a thing, yeah, I definitely was on the Napster and all that stuff. I was doing all that stuff. And it took me like a whole day to download a song. I would go to school and like before I left to go to school. Huh?
I'm gonna need my caulking gun.
Caulking gun? Mm-hmm. Okay, and? Anything else? What, you want Lexel?
A Lexel, yeah.
Okay.
Lexel and the caulking gun.
I shall find it.
Caulking gun's up here. Lexel is somewhere.
I'm looking. We did just have it. Couldn't have gone too far away. I found one. This one's been opened, but I'm gonna open it again.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry, friends, I walked away. I was in mid-thought and then walked away. I do that sometimes.
I thought you could multitask.
I can. I can walk and chew bubble gum at the same time.
I should shut up right now. I'm sorry. My bad.
It's all right, Gary. I don't mind being a punchline.
Other way. Yep.
It's part of my comedy act. It's part of my shtick. Part of my personality.
How'd you like this caulking gun?
Actually wasn't so bad.
This is that one that...
The Octogun?
The Octogun that the company sent us.
Yeah. Like...
Didn't even want us, or didn't even sponsor.
No, they, like, it just, we didn't even talk to them. Like, it just showed up one day.
Showed up.
And they were like, hey, we wanted to give you this. If you like it, then let us know. And so we just haven't really had an opportunity to even try it, but I used it just the other day out on the back deck. I like it. We're good. But I don't know anything about them yet. So, like, I wouldn't, their product seems really good, but I don't know anything else really about them. I did push that thing in there for you. I did. You could tell because it's sticky. Not going enough? You know what I got for you? So I don't like sticky hands. When you're all done.
It's just...
Is it that can? It's because the can's been open?
Maybe.
Or you think it's the tip?
Tip.
I can get you something to cut.
Oh yeah.
Is it coming out now? I got a blade. You want a blade?
Just try to clean up this tip.
Sorry, friends. I'll grab the thingy in a second. One sec.
We got dry caulking up in here.
Well, it was an old bottle.
Oh, look at that big old dried clump. Let's get rid of that.
Excuse me. Sorry. Don't need it.
I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Let me put it on there real quick. So I'm not trying to cut. Ooh, trash. Okay.
Okay, I'm back, friends. Guess who's back? Back again. I hate when my caulk gets dry. I know, it's a terrible situation, Marky Mark. Terrible.
Baby wipe.
Baby white,
That whole
got
thing
you.
is dry clump.
I got you. You want one for your fingers? I hate sticky fingers.
Well, I'm about to get real sticky.
Well, then I'm going to leave this with you, my dear sir. I shall return with more wipes as you beckon, my lord. My love.
How am I your lord? Huh?
I was thinking about 1700s, and they used to speak like that. And I was being a re.
Just saying.
I'm in my brain.
I can tell.
The ADD land is taking over. I was thinking of Lord of the Rings. Don't judge me.
Hey, you want to go to Renaissance? I'll take you to the Renaissance. I mean,
Don't tempt me with a good time.
okay.
I was living in fantasy world, all right? I was living in fantasy world.
I can tell.
In my brain, I was somewhere completely different. But I'm back. I'm back to reality now, friends. Here I am. Hey.
Are you sure?
Sometimes my brain comes out of my mouth and it shouldn't. And then it doesn't make sense.
Your brain comes out of your mouth and it shouldn't. Okay.
My liege. Yes, that's what I should have said. My liege. Yes, Marky Mark. Yes. That's what it was missing. My liege. That's what it was. You You get me? Yay!
Not helping
You get me?
guys.
What? What?
Said you're not helping. All right.
He is helping. Now I don't feel so stupid. He got me. He got it. He got it. I was in my own world, okay? Oh, no. I get like that sometimes because it helps to pass the time away. Plus, I don't know why. My brain just works that way.
You don't say.
Sometimes I have better self-control on where, and other times I don't have as good of self-control. And I'll tell you that the other times are when, when I need to be. And then I'm not.
No comment. No comment. I'm not stepping in that horse dung.
Methinkest thou
all right?
speaketh with the tongue of an ancient. Yes. Yes.
Y'all are crazy.
Mel, you're a lady. Yes, my liege. I am a lady. I always wanted to have one of those like cone hats with like the big handkerchief hanging off of it, like the princesses. I was promised princess crowns that look like a dunce cap, but with giant handkerchiefs. It was sold a lie. It was sold a lie. That's why Gary married you. Yeah, that's why. That's why. I keep him on his toes. Back from Gnome Land. Yes, back from Gnome Land. Exactly. Exactly. I just want to be, I would love to live in Gnome Land. I bet you Gnome Land is literally like the Garden of Eden. Mel is in my space. Yes, I was. I can be in two places at once. I can be. I'm here. I'm hanging out. Like I told you guys before, my brain is filled up with memes and movie quotes and music lyrics and just everything all at one time. It's very comfortable there though. I've created it my own. It's very nice there.
You got your own little happy spot, babe?
Yes. Think of Alice in Wonderland, the opening song with the flowers. So instead you got a star hat with a mosquito net attached to it. Exactly. I didn't get the triangle hat with the nice handkerchiefs all dangled down. No. Mosquito net. I was sold a lie. It's okay. Life is good. Life is good. Justin Sheldon, MySpace is going on again. That's what I heard. Listen, I am so ready for it. We will be on MySpace so fast. I will bust out all my old coding skills. I might even try to find a photo bucket account from way back when. Yep.
Brother. You know, that was the last time I did anything.
That was MySpace was the one and only time Gary ever had social media.
Dude, I did it for that little tiny bit, and then it died, and everybody went to Facebook, and then I was like, "Screw you!" All right, I did so much work to try to figure out how to work this dang thing, and you guys just changed it and up and left it. Like, bro, I ain't learning that again. I ain't doing it.
Gary got frustrated because with MySpace he had to like make his own page, With me, I was like changing it every 2 days based off of my new interests.
I made my page and that was it. I was like, I'm done.
I was changing mine like every 2 days, like recoding this, doing that. Dude, I've been doing that stuff for a long time. Yeah. Since like long time. No, go figure that, we do YouTube. I just wish I would have started a long time ago. I wish I would have started even before.
Sure.
But see, for the longest time, like, it was still all about just pictures. We didn't really move to video until the majority of people started getting better internet speeds and can actually stream video in more places. But before then, it was more about pictures, man. People were always taking pictures everywhere. Picture, picture. Now everyone's taking videos. Video, video. I personally like the format change. I like videos better than pictures anyway. But it does show sign of the times. We can get back on the paint can soapbox if we want.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing great, Gary. You want any water or anything, honey?
I'm gonna want some water here, yeah. Did I cut that one? I don't think I did. All right, let me cut that and then I'll move over to the other side of the door.
Well, Mel, is Gary your knight or your man in tights Renaissance guy? He's definitely the knight. I actually have never been able, like, I've never gotten, okay, let me say this. Not that because I never tried. I never tried. But there is a picture of me and Gary when we first started dating. We weren't married yet. It was like our first, we were dating and it was a Halloween. It was like our first Halloween as a couple together. And I tricked him into being Peter Pan. And I was Wendy. And the deal was, Gary was like, no tights. So
there was no way.
There was no way he was going to wear tights.
Bro.
But he did be Peter Pan for me.
I wore some
when
tight freaking pants, but
yeah, I found the tightest, not leggings either, because this was in like 2000.
no, I was not about to bust in with leggings. All right.
No, he was not wearing leggings, but we did find like super tight, like chicks pants. He did wear chicks pants.
Hey, I was a skater, so it didn't really bother me wearing chick pants. All right.
Yeah, he wore the straight, like, his, you know. Gary's generation of being a skater was a little bit different. They did not wear the baggy pants and stuff. No. Gary's generation of skater wore the super tight, down to your ankles, pardon my French, but they're ball huggers. That's the kind of pants that they would wear, which never made sense because, like, the guys that I used to hang out with that were skaters, like, that wore the really baggy stuff, I used to pick on them, like, why are you wearing those big old baggy clothes? Like, oh, you look so, like, you're small, you want to look bigger? And they'd be like, no, because we have more movement on our legs, man. Like, we can skate better this way. We have more, we could bend our knees. Like, you know, having the loose pants is so we could flow with the skateboard. And I was like, okay, that actually makes sense. All right, I'll shut up. Tight pants, I don't know why. What was the reason, Gary?
That was the reason.
And that doesn't make sense at all because it's tighter and I wear tight stuff.
Well, the pants I wore that were tight, they were actually like the stretchy jeans.
Well, and you, besides those one pants that we got you to wear that you only wore it for that Halloween costume.
Yeah, no, I didn't wear tight pants like that.
I was going to say, you always wore
ever.
like...
I mean, I did have some tight pants, but that was mainly because my legs were... my legs were stout, man. I mean, you skate 20 miles a day. That was on just a slow day. I mean, for the most part, I was skating like 30, 40 miles each day.
A day. Like, literally,
easily.
not even joking. He would hop on his skateboard and skate from one side of Las Vegas to the other. Not even exaggerating, not joking,
I'd be beating the
or
bus
anything.
left and right, man.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, nope, if I don't have to hop on the bus, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna keep on skating.
And before I had a car, I was totally on the city bus. And I also skated too, but I bladed.
Definitely makes it nice to be able to do that. Because I'll tell you what, I went to go and deal with something with my bike in Fort Smith and I skated to the shop and oh man, I would have been better just to walk it because there's like no sidewalk really. Every 5 seconds I'm having to jump off of it and push it one way or the other. It was a nightmare. Hitting a rock every 5 seconds.
You should dress up at Halloween as Renaissance people. Actually, I was thinking about making Gary be Nomeo and I'll be Juliet. Which is kind of Renaissance-y. Gary's got the beard, he doesn't have to do much. Just put on this gnome costume. I'll be a gnome too. It'll be Gnomeo and Juliet. You ever seen that movie, guys? It's a really cute movie. It's got a great soundtrack too. It's all Elton John. It's awesome.
Almost don't have to dye my beard white. It's almost all white.
You're almost there, babe.
I'm almost there. All right, I got those cut.
Hey, did the chat, did something happen to the stream? Because I don't know what's going on with my chat. It seems like it's stuck. Can you guys say something? Because it seems like the chat's stuck.
Where's my water at? Did you screw something up?
I didn't even touch anything, so I don't know how anything could have got screwed up.
You got it flipped around. I think people are just watching.
Oh, okay. I could see you. I could see some highs coming in. Hi, guys. It's all good. Okay. Yeah, I was like, what happened? Did I mess something up? Did I push a button back here that I shouldn't have? I'm like, I didn't even touch anything. I didn't even do anything. It wasn't me.
No,
it's fine.
It was you. It's all right. You can be honest, all right?
Aw, Diana, I've got to get some sleep. I've been up since 5 a.m. Well, Diana, thank you so much for spending some of your evening with us. And don't feel bad. Go get some sleep, rest.
Yes, yes.
We'll have a replay for you to watch and then a highlight reel. So you'll be able to see what we get going on work-wise up here.
I need more staples.
More staplers.
More staples. Oh.
Hooty hoo, says Alan Dixon. That's right. That's right. Stephanie, we're just enjoying listening to you. Man, if you guys enjoy listening to me, you guys are in for luck. It's your lucky day. Because I get on stream and I don't shut up. It's your lucky day, friends. It's your lucky day. Funny is, in general, I talk, don't get me wrong, I do. But I feel like when I know that I have people that are actually listening. Then I'm like, I don't shut up. When I feel like I'm talking and, you can vibe people out, like when you're in person. And you can tell when a person's like, okay, I got other things to do. Goodbye. You can tell when that moment's coming up where they're like trying to be like, all right, time for me to go by. I can catch a clue and I won't just keep hanging around. I can catch a clue. I can.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure. But online, see, now you guys are like my hostage almost because we're just streaming. So you guys are kind of like just hostage to whatever dribble I dribble. So the faucet doesn't turn off because the brain doesn't stop, and I just let the brain come out the mouth even though I probably shouldn't. That's so I just open it. I guess it makes me a good streamer though. A lot of people have a problem with talking. They get all shy and they clam up. They don't know what to say. Me, I say all the things. I probably say too much, but that's okay. I told you guys before, I'm comfortable with you guys. Like, I allow myself to just be myself, as weird as I'm comfortable with you guys, I could be comfortable with me. See, I probably should have shut the faucet off, but I didn't.
Ow!
You okay? You hurt yourself? I don't know if you can hear me. Mel definitely has had her caffeine. Hey, I didn't want to be too tired for the stream. I had a cup of tea, actually, before we started the stream. You're calling me out. Gypsy, my hubby is a talker too. Hey, you know what? I can say this. Talkers, it could be a good thing or a bad thing. I know we can be annoying, but I'm not an inconsiderate talker. If somebody's like, hey, I'm trying to chill or whatever, I can catch a hint, I'll shut up. But if I don't, that's not happening right now. He wants me to sit here and blab, blab, blab. Tomorrow is my second craft show. Wish me luck and pray for no rain. Lisa, I will absolutely, we all pray for no rain so you can enjoy your second craft show. Wish you very much luck on it. Be able to show your skills off and have a wonderful time and meet some really fun people. Hopefully you meet some really nice people that you click with. Mel, did you get my email of the worship song to listen to? John, I did. I will say this though, when I got it, I was driving, so I seen that I have an email and I seen it, but I did not actually click on it yet. That's going to be one of those things that I do when I have some more sit in front of the computer time, like in looking at that part of my emails. I did though, John, and thank you so much for thinking about me. I really appreciate that. Is Gary only doing that to the gable end sides? Asked Katrina. So Katrina, so this is actually not the gable end sides, and that's totally okay because you're not looking on the outside of the building, so it's kind of hard to understand like which are which. But the gable end sides are actually the other side, and he's not doing it to those because those parts are not exposed to the soffit type.
They're not venting.
They're not venting. So the air flows through the ceiling of the house. It comes in off of this side. So like, I can be corrected if I'm wrong, but the way that I understand it, you see where Gary is? The roof goes up like this, and then it's gonna meet at a peak, right? So it goes like this. Well, air is gonna go from here and go down like this. It's gonna try to kind of go through the channel like that, or like this. I know it goes up. Does it go in a circle or does it go up, Gary?
Both. So
both
this side's
go
going up this way, that side's going to go up this way.
Okay, so not a circle, not a circle.
Correct.
But it's going to go up. And we have the, ooh, I got a little spider on me. I just got him off. So the top part of the roof, how it goes like this, instead of being connecting and touching, it's actually gapped a little bit like that. So the air is going to flow from here, go all the way up and come out that. The gable ends would be the end that's facing you when you're looking at a roof like this, not when you're looking at it like this, if that makes sense. I'm a visual person, that's why I'm making you guys look at my fingers. I talk with my hands a lot. So to answer your question, I guess a little more plainly, no, he's only doing it to the north and south end. He's not going to be doing the gable end. But I wanted to give you an explanation instead of just being really short, like, nah. I just want to tell you. I thought that you might appreciate that.
You woman-splaining?
I'm trying to. Lisa, Lord, keep me safe from rain tomorrow. Yes, in Jesus' name, amen. I hope that it passes you by or comes just before you need to get there and leave, or comes right when you're leaving, if it must come at all. But hopefully it don't come and it's a nice, beautiful, sunshiny day, but not a too hot day. A perfect day. Where are you? I'm wondering, where are you at too, man? I could take your rain. Amen. Yes, amen. Moving on over here to the master bedroom. This is exciting, Gary.
Well, I'm just cutting this real quick, and then I've got to go over there, finish that up, and then I can come back over here. It's a lot of back and forth, unfortunately.
I know, but the fact is that you've already got a ton of it done over there.
Yeah.
Doing a fantastic job. Cleveland, Ohio. I don't know what the weather's been doing over there. I think that there's a storm on the west side, or one just passed. I don't know what's going on in the north. Ohio sure is a beautiful state. Nigel Million, I only got 1 hour to go before I can go home. Working nights here. It's a bummer sleeping in the daytime, especially with the heat of the last few weeks. Thankfully, we're spared the humidity. Yeah, thank goodness if you're spared the humidity, because that's where the real treachery lies. Working at night isn't, it's not so bad. It's just that we're tired. We haven't really fully adjusted to the working at night schedule, to be honest with you. And 5 a.m. comes quick. So sometimes it's like if we work at night and we don't stay up the entire night, then it makes it very difficult the next day for us. So it's like we need to stay up all night, but then we get halfway through the night and we're like, man, we can't stay up anymore. We're so tired. So that's the kind of the conundrum that we're in right now with doing what we've been doing. But it's still a new thing. The night owl thing is we've only been doing it for like 2 weeks, yeah?
I don't know, something like that.
Which we've missed a couple too. We haven't even been fully doing it because we've missed a few here and there, but we're trying.
We be busy.
We be very busy.
All right.
Very, very busy. Oh, Josh Ramirez. So what's the purpose of putting that on the soffit sides? Good question, Josh. So essentially with him putting it up like that, it's going to do a couple of things. One, it's going to allow the building to breathe and it's going to force the air up through the top. But two, because the way that he's putting it and he's attaching it to the double top plate, you see that piece of wood that's like right there? As a double top plate, and you got the roof joist that connects with it right next to the hurricane straps. He's cutting it with a piece of scissors so that way it's fitting around the roof joist, and then he's taking the stapler and he's stapling it to the double top plate, completely closing that in, and he's attaching it now to the other triangular section of the roof joist, right? And so by doing that, he's creating that gap back there that's going to allow that airflow to go. The material itself is going to help with actually insulating the house and keeping it cooler and when it needs to be and warmer when it needs to be. But one of the bigger things is that when Gary goes to blow in the insulation for the ceiling part, he's going to be able to blow it in and not have to worry about a lot of the material just falling outside. And then also by having that material there, it blocks a lot of the moisture from the outside in because that's an open cavity. So naturally, rain can kind of creep in that way. Just moisture in general can kind of creep in that way. And in the winter, that could potentially start freezing a lot of the blow-in insulation, which again would not be very good. So having that there, it works as kind of a double barrier from moisture, as well as reflectant from the heat and stuff, but then it also leaves the cavity open for the airflow, but blocks it closed enough so the material doesn't get wet and fall out. That's the best of my understanding of it.
Correct.
Do I see Ridge Life in here? What's up, Ridge Life? Go Ridge Life. Are we moving to the other room now, baby?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're moving to the other room. What's up, Tim? It's a late night one, bro. You're making some good progress at your place. You got the first wood down. I want to see some more behind the scenes.
Even though he's pulled that thing up and down, or pulled it up and back multiple times.
That's all right. He's gonna get it. It doesn't matter.
Hey, it works.
Listen,
I fully understand that one.
The first shovel load that we digged out of the foundation, we were like, hey, we got a hole, even though, it would rain and then it would fill back up again. Every time we still counted it as a victory. Hey, we still did it. Hey, we still did this.
Every single
We'd dig and dig and dig and dig and dig, and then we'd finally finish a huge section, and then boom, rain, fill in giant hole. More dirt has to be shoveled out, and it just
I need that caulk gun.
Caulk gun.
Yeah, I'm at that spot already.
Coming up. Caulk gun coming up.
Already, I'm at that spot, huh?
Hey, that's awesome. I'm telling you, Gary, you're moving and grooving tonight. You're getting her done. Proud of you. Proud of you.
So yeah, no, Tim, it's coming along really good, it looks like, over there.
Yeah.
Let us know when you need a hand with anything.
Yeah, when, Tim? When?
You know we're there.
When?
You don't gotta threaten me with a good time now.
When?
Hey, what's going on with this fishing trip? Are we doing it this year?
Yeah, Tim. When?
If so.
If so, when?
Deer hunting season out here opens out on the 26th of September, so.
Wait, what'd you say? I was reading.
Me?
Yeah.
It's a deer season technically starts at September, or the end of September. September 26th, I want to say.
Tim was talking about you guys' shovel skills earlier today. See, great minds think alike. Let's not forget our other failure too with the concrete disaster. Oh no, Gary, no! We've had our fair share, but guess what? We still counted it. Like, hey, it's still.
Well, there's a lot, yeah. Hey, you learn from them. That's the thing. That is the thing. You're never too old to learn.
Josh says, oh nice, I didn't know y'all were doing blown insulation. What type of blown insulation are you going to be using?
The thermal fire insulation type. Whatever.
It's a rock wool product, but it's a special kind, and like throughout this entire house, all of the insulation, it's all like rock wool, and it's fire retardant, which is great because
I've been looking more and more into it.
well, that's what you told me was the blown was rock
No,
wool.
I know. I thought it was.
I was gonna say that the stuff that we have inside the ceiling right now, from the basement, I guess it would be in the floor of the cabin, but the ceiling of the basement, that's all rock wool.
Yeah.
All the rock wool that's inside the walls up here is rock wool. And I know that we want to put something that's just as fire deterrent up in the ceiling of this house, up here too.
Yeah,
Not just the floor, you know?
More likely going to end up being the drywall that we put in, being the X-rated drywall or fire rated. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, because as much as I would love to have the rock wool, apparently you have to have your own. Or you have to find somebody that does it, and they have their own machine.
You can't just use the machine that you get at the...
No, it's different, and it's because it's so compact that it has to break it up, and it screws up every machine, basically, that runs through it, so they have a specific machine for it. Of course, you can't just rent that machine at a big box store or anything. So it's more than likely it's going to be the other one though. It's the thermal fire something. It's made out of like paper and recycled materials and whatnot like that.
Interesting.
But it's a lot cheaper too than the rock wool. Like a lot cheaper. We're going to be able to do the whole attic for a little over $1,000. We're just for the rock wool on the exterior side. I think it was what, about 28 or what's that, 35? I can't remember. Rock wool's expensive, y'all. However, it does a really great job at keeping the fires at bay.
It really does. You guys, are our mics being poopy? John says, I think your mics are dying. You keep cutting in and out. Is it still doing it, or was it just doing it for a second? Because sometimes when my phone gets hot, like the receiver that the whole thing is plugged into, like the receiver itself gets hot. That's a thing too. Everyone's riding Tim's case. When, Tim? When?
It's the bulldozer video all over again.
Yeah, when is that bulldozer video? 2.0.
Oh man, I stapled that down.
Dale says cellulose scary?
That, yes.
There you go, Dale. That's the thing.
But it's literally, I'm gonna try to go for about R40, roughly, R44, right in that ballpark. Which it sounds like, a lot, but there really isn't a whole lot of fill for that.
Yours is good, Gary's is glitching. You want to turn it off and then turn it back on, maybe? Then we'll give you a test. Yours is off. Now it's on.
Is it muted or?
No, you
No?
should be live.
We good now, you guys?
Is Gary's mic
I'll
better?
ramble a little bit here and there.
Is Gary's mic better? Alan, I missed the beginning of this since it was getting late, but I figured you canceled last minute because of Abe's practice tomorrow. Was that canceled or something? No, it wasn't canceled. We're just trashing our minds and bodies. We just want to get some work done, and we figure we'll take a nap tomorrow afternoon, I guess.
Well,
We already canceled on you guys on
You're
Wednesday.
not going to be able to do that. I will.
Yeah, you will be able to take it. Well, I'm also not really working very much. I'm just sitting here jabberjawing, talking and gophering materials for you and moving a camera.
Yeah, I wasn't going to try to say that, all right? I wasn't trying to tell you that you ain't doing anything. What are you talking about, all right?
I am doing stuff. Don't get me wrong. I am doing stuff. It's important stuff. But the work
Very important stuff over here, all right?
It is, because the work that I'm now doing now is going to be the precursor for the work that I'm going to have to do later while you're not doing any work. So I'm working now, and I'm also going to work later off of this same work. So, just saying.
Yeah.
You get the hard job of doing it now. I get this job, and then I have the hard job of doing it later. That's how this teamwork makes the dream work works. Now it's the wedding video taking forever. When? Sounds great, Mel. Okay, good. I'm glad. You're his gopher, Mel. Yeah, I'm his gopher. I'm his squirrel. I'm the squirrel. How is your new old car? Actually, it's fantastic. And I mean, it's ours, but we got it specifically. So like, yes, we are going to use it for like hay and straw and animal feed and stuff because our trucks are not in the most fantastic, but we got that specifically so we could start teaching Julia. So it's really Julia's, but it's fantastic. Love it. Very, very thankful to Anthony and Roxanne for selling it to me for a steal. They wanted to upgrade, and so they did, and they wanted to end up selling that, and so I was like, well, if you guys are selling it, Don't sell it to anybody else but me. I got dibs. It's really nice. You want my help with that, babe? That thing is super heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Get out of there. Gary's trying to move some stuff right now. There we go. Suddenly, Gary is throwing Mel under the bus. Oh, how the tide has turned. It's okay. I deserve it.
I'm just Josh.
I deserve it. It's okay.
Oh. All right. I'm gonna try to cut this. I feel like I'm at a point where I might be able to.
Did not remember. Oh, okay. Yes, so the Jeep, yes, I believe you are correct that the original owner in Arkansas, but I don't think original like the very first off the lot brand new type of original. But the first person that I knew of that owned the Jeep Patriot that I presently own was Mike and Lissa. And as soon as they moved here, and like I think it was literally I don't know if it was before Drifter Down or if it was after, to be quite honest with you.
After.
It was after they sold it?
Yeah.
Okay, well after
the whole Drifter Down moment is what I was saying.
Is when they sold the Patriot to David?
Yeah. Oh, when they got the Patriot.
No, I thought that they had that from Florida. I don't know. That you'd have to ask them. I don't know. I thought that they had that from Florida with the Vibe or something. I don't know. And then anyway, I just know it wasn't long that like when we first met them, like when the very first time we met them, they had it. But it wasn't long after we met them that they sold it to David, like within a month or two or something, at least if my memory serves correct. But again, I can be corrected. It wasn't me, so you'd have to ask them, and David, but it was shortly after they got here. David ended up buying it from them, and then David had it for like a year or two, and then he wanted to sell it, and Anthony and Rox jumped on it before me and Gary could. But me and Gary, we already were like, we're buying it. We're buying it if you want to get rid of it. But Anthony and Rox wanted it because Roxanne kind of needed it more at the time too. And so then, yeah, Anthony and Roxanne got it, and then Anthony and Roxanne found themselves in a spot where they didn't want it. And so me and Gary, we were like, well, we wanted it originally, so yeah, we'll take it. So then we bought it. So yeah, it's been through all of us, but it has great tires, and it's literally not let any one of us stranded or down or anything. In fact, Des even drove that thing for like a month when she was looking for properties to buy and stuff like that. So like lots of people have had that car, but I'm the proud owner of it now. Now it's mine. That's mine. Didn't David pick it up from Florida? I don't know. You'd have to ask him, to be honest with you. I don't remember. Maybe.
Oh.
I just knew that it was theirs. I don't know how it came here. I always knew that they had like Mike and Lissa, I knew that they had the Vibe. I don't remember ever seeing them drive the Jeep. I don't ever remember seeing them drive the Jeep. I just know it was theirs. I don't know.
And then David got it.
And then David got it, and I seen David drive it. Because David was like not wanting to spend $1 billion on the truck gas and stuff. A little like go-to-towner. It's basically an orphan car. Basically, but I like the orphan. It's my orphan. I claim that orphan, and I shall give it a nice home and a nice life. It's mine now. We adopted it. I always did like the outcast and the underdogs. Name her Annie, little orphan Annie. Hey, she's red too. That might fit. Or, hey, Marky Mark, great minds think alike. You literally just said that after me. Orphan Annie can be its name since it's also red. Yes, great minds think alike. My liege. Carrie's over there like, oh my God. Is it a girl or a boy? All of our vehicles are always girls. Chrissy Boyle just got back home. Well, hey, Chrissy. Missed you all the last hour. Had to take a friend to the hospital. Oh, no. I hope everybody's okay. Katrina, we watch most of your group friends on a daily basis. Love the community y'all have built. Well, thank you. It is a community. I appreciate that.
Dang it. More staples. Buddy.
Ridge Life wants to know, when are you going to turn on the power upstairs?
Here soon, actually. As soon as I can get the drywall for the most part situated.
Which is coming soon, like this month soon. Like we're probably going to start having them come over to measure and give us our quote on the drop-off. Because they'll do the staging. Either that or me and Gary are going to go and pick it up. Monkey Biz, here comes the rain. Y'all got rain where you're at?
That sounds nice right about now.
What's left to turn on the HVAC?
AC. And then I gotta just do a little bit of electrical up there. That's
basically for the HVAC, yeah, we got to do some electrical and like get it to the point where we can turn the electricity on upstairs. But then we also got to finish the drywall first because we don't want to turn the air conditioner on or really even jack with it at all until the drywall's finished because of all the dust and everything. We spent an enormous amount of money on that system. And we're like, yeah, let's keep it as nice as we possibly can. Even though we got a warranty and stuff for it, I want that thing to last. So
it doesn't get covered by negligence, I'm just saying.
Right. And that would totally be a, hey, you shouldn't have done that.
And that would be somewhat negligible or hard to claim, you know, that it's not negligible when we're told do not turn it on until the drywall is done. So we'll wait.
Yeah, we'll wait. We're almost there though, guys. I think that, I mean, look at it. We're right towards like the mid/end of August. Okay. We want to be living up here for Thanksgiving and stuff. I think it's very possible. Because like once you get the drywall hung and you get all the drywall up, the rest of the house, it goes so quickly. We're talking like minor finishing type stuff. The bathroom and the kitchen are going to be the bigger spots, but our bedrooms, those are going to go by insanely fast. Insanely fast. Our big dogs are freaking losing their stuff outside.
They are.
They're going nuts out there. Interesting. Dogs are like, they all ran over to that one far end. Interesting. Oh, Bob, I don't want you on me. Get out of here, Bob.
Yay!
Yay! Is that all the bubble wrap?
Huh?
That's all the bubble wrap?
No, I gotta do one more run.
But that's all for the first run?
For the first run, yeah.
Yay!
Oh, my back.
Very good job, Gary. Do you want to sit and blabber with the people and I'll get you some water?
Oh, there's my injury.
There's your injury for the night.
Dang. Oh, alrighty.
I'm going to grab you a water, sweetheart.
Okay. Okie dokie. Oh. Is my mic better, you guys? Or is it still cutting in and out? Man, I pinched my finger pretty good. It is getting warm, y'all, in here. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Lisa, see if Frank, he needs to change shirt again. It is getting to that point. I don't know if you can tell. You can see the not sweaty spots and all that dark gray. That's water, or that's sweat. And yeah, this shirt's smelling right. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, all right. We're getting close to it though, you guys. One more run, and then that should do it, at least for this side and everything. And then I've got the other side that I got to do, in the mud room. And once the mud room's all situated, all that stuff situated, we're like this close for drywall. One thing that somebody did bring up was all the metal plates, or stopper plates or whatnot for the drywall screws and everything, so we don't hit a wire, because that would be very, very sad. And I'd cry a lot, I'm not gonna lie. We do have a few on hand itself, but I'm gonna need to get quite a bit more. But I'm trying to get it to a point where it's just all these other little things, where it's like, okay, I can get that kind of stuff situated, and ordered the drywall and everything else like that. I was gonna hold off on this, but we already had some of the materials, so I started going, and by the time that I was midway through, I wanted to get that finished up and done. And we're just keep on going back and forth, you know. That's just how it goes. Is my ADHD is just not allowing me to finish one task fully, because that would mean I'd have to go and get the materials and then finish it up before I move on to the next. But I've got materials here for other things, and I tend to stop what I'm doing when I run out of stuff, and I try to use all the other materials I got, and yeah, it's a nonstop back and forth.
Do you want anything
chasing
else?
my tail. Do I want anything else right now?
More water or anything?
No, not
You
right
drink
now.
it all?
I've got this right here.
I just didn't know if I needed to go fill up anything.
No.
I just had to go fill up my cup.
Oh, I am gonna have to go use the restroom though. So
Okay, I'll blab.
Can't really have you go do that for me. I mean, that makes any sense. Michelle Martinson, Martins. I don't know. I'm butchering. My eyesight is not what it should be right now. It's late. What is the bubble wrap for? So we've discussed it a bit throughout the night, but it's a great question. It is so that way when I go to blow in all the insulation, that insulation blocking my soffits and making it to where I can't allow basically my attic to breathe or anything like that. If you have a vented attic itself, you really want to make sure that this area in itself is able to breathe. They do sell certain things that look like egg cartons type thing, you know, it's styrofoam or whatnot, for this specific application, but it gives you very little airway and airspace and everything like that. This, it gives you the full depth of a 2x4 and everything like that. So it gives, it's got a lot of airflow, or a lot of ability to be able to breathe. So that's gonna make it to where it's gonna be able to do what it needs to do, as well as when I blow it in, I don't, like I said, I don't have to worry about it trapping, getting trapped in that area or anything like that. So, let's see. Good. Nancy Howell, Gary, do you have to go between to keep it close to the roof, or could you just go over the stud? Trying to think of what you're talking about 100%. I think you're talking about my rat runs and everything. I can go over my rat runs. I don't have to keep it exactly right up against it. It does make it nice in the other way that I was doing it, that I was able to go underneath those, but yeah, I'm gonna have to just encase that whole area, if that makes any sense. But I need to go use the restroom real quick, so let me pass you on over to Mel, and I'm gonna hit mute.
There you go. You don't want to have any, leave it off on mute, Gary?
Oh, you want me to leave it
No, we're good. No, we are so good. We are so good.
I mean,
so good, babe.
If you guys want to have the popping time, I can have a popping
No, we are so good. We are so good off of that. Oh my goodness. You are terrible, Gary. Absolutely terrible. I had to go downstairs to get some water for myself. Let me see. Gary will be right back, but I'll do my best to answer questions, okay? Hey, Gary, that water purification system is called Springwell. Ooh, I'll try to remember that. Or when Gary comes back, remind the squirrel again. You guys are bad. Lisa, I need to go to bed. Craft show in the morning. Love y'all. Hey, good luck with your craft show. Seriously. I hope that you have a blast. And good night. We used styrofoam, built it, had a high tunnel under it. Yeah, Gary knows more about this stuff than I do. I'm learning a tremendous amount, but I don't do any of the research on these things. I learn only from Gary, by hands-on as we're doing it. Gary, he does the research and the design and all that stuff for all of this, so he spends a lot of his time looking up different systems and different ways to do things, you know, and then we put it into practice, and it seems to be working out pretty well so far, so I trust him. And I mean, Gary would never intentionally let us down or do the wrong thing, and he's a pretty smart guy, so I trust him. And so far so good. If anything, Gary always goes like way above and beyond, so it's easy to trust that, you know. I just got to make sure all the other things are done, and I just got to make sure I could help him so that way he could do what he needs to do to the best of his ability, because then it all works out. So another fart life, another fart heard around the world. Yes, yes. Hello from Mississippi, Nancy Floyd. Hey Nancy, good to see you in here tonight. Oh man. Hey Dawn, hey. Hey Crazy John. Are you two done for the night? No, we're not done for the night, actually. We're gonna keep going. Thing is that we want to finish all of this bubble wrap fully, completely, so that way at least we completed another pretty big step that needed to be done. Realistically, we just want to get ourselves fully done so we can do the drywall, because that's the next thing that's going to be coming, is the drywall. So I'm trying to think of all the little last minute things that we have to do before drywall can be up on the walls. Now that all the blocking is there, the drywall could hang off of all that blocking. Gary's getting all this bubble wrap stuff done, so that would be there. So when the ceiling gets the drywall, we could do the next step would be like the insulation and stuff, and we could do that. So that will help a future step for there. And then the electricity is all ran and just getting plugged into the big box where it needs to go. I really think that the bubble wrap and then the plumbing, that's what it is, the plumbing, the venting for the plumbing. We got to get up there and finish that vent out, and then like we're ready. So if we can get the bubble wrap done, I think then only other thing that we have left is that plumbing venting.
The plumbing venting, triple check on all the blocking. Because this is
You're muted. Gary came back.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. Here, I'll get him on here and explain that.
So basically, we just got to get that last little bit of bubble wrap done. Once that's done, we got to just triple check all the blocking and make sure that there's no other blocking that we need done, you know, before we even get the drywall here. Oh, and I don't know what happened. It went out and then went back to live, and I don't know what happened. Basically, after the bubble wrap, then we can do all the blocking, or make sure all the blocking situated the way that needs to do, or be, or anything like that. Like, I mean, we still have to deal with that pantry. Okay. But there's some stuff that, you know, we can get situated while we're waiting on the order to come in for the drywall. You know what I mean? So we're just trying to get ourselves to where we're not having so much stuff still having to do while the drywall's sitting here, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
If that makes any sense.
Yes. We don't want to have all the stuff here. Like we didn't order the drywall yet, or we haven't ordered like mud yet. We haven't gotten the lift yet. We haven't gotten some of the other little tools that we know that we're going to want yet. We do have the sander thing that we're borrowing from Jen and Wiley. Oh, there they are. Our mountain home. Hey, speaking of you guys, we do have the sander thing which has a vacuum attachment to it, but we don't want to have like everything here until we're ready, if that makes sense, because we're limited on space and we're gonna have to move a bunch of this stuff as it is. And where we're gonna move it, I don't know. Back deck maybe? I don't know. Somewhere where it's not gonna get jacked up, but it's still available. That's what I'm thinking, maybe back deck. Maybe even some of the mudroom, but the mudroom's not super big, so I don't know. Oh yeah, hey, we have the hopper too for texturing. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, guys. My husband and I started watching since the brick basement build. I mean, it's been a long time, guys, since we started doing this, I realize, but this year is the year. We are for sure going to be moving upstairs this year. Once we get all these little last minute stupid things finished, like the finishing work, I don't know if you guys remember or not, but the finishing work inside the basement, that went so quick. Once we had the drywall up, man, finishing off the rest of that house went so quick. I will say the one thing with the basement though is we didn't do any floors throughout the whole basement. But I know that flooring isn't that hard of a job. I've done flooring before. Not
However,
this type.
I'm looking forward to that part because we're going to be able to do that in the AC.
Oh yeah, we're going to be able to do that in the AC.
That's going to be so nice. I'm just saying. I'm like, yeah. Let me deal with all this headache just so I can have that nice.
Put the tools on the back deck just like your kitchen stuff. That's a great idea, Greg, and honestly, that's probably what we're going to end up doing, so that way it's safe from the elements and it's not too far away where we can get after it. But the thing is just got to make sure that we don't do anything too crazy heavy.
Oh.
Because it's not flooring, it's just sit board. I don't know. Gary knows better. Do you still have an outdoor shed that's portable that you can put stuff in. We do have a couple of shed buildings on the property, but we have a bunch of stuff in it, like kid stuff, bikes, things like that. And then honestly, if we want those tools, we need them up here. It's not realistic to think that we'll go downstairs and go grab tools every time that we want to work. Is that mud daubers? Do you have plans for an attic fan? It pulls air into the house. We have a whole ERV system installed.
Yeah. And I don't want to do an attic fan just because the soffit itself should do what it needs to do. And from my research, if you add an attic fan when you already have soffits and everything, it might pull too much air, and it might actually pull air from inside the house upstairs or up in the attic, and then that creates condensation. And it's a whole nother nightmare.
Oh, Gary, our subscribers, Jim Ramsey, I'm sorry, Jim. He said, don't forget to tell Gary about the water purifier by Springwell.
Springwell.
That's probably the one that we need for the iron.
Probably the one on.
So, Springwell, okay, Gary? When you're doing your research and stuff.
That sounds familiar. That might be the one I was already looking at. I don't know.
Maybe. He's just saying don't forget, so.
Yes.
Michelle, Mel, is the garage work shed up next on your builds so Gary has a place to put all his tools? Absolutely. Top of the list as soon as we're living up here in the cabin. Gary definitely needs a place for all of his tools, and that way we can get the trucks worked on easier. Gary likes to mechanic and tinker on vehicles. Like, that's one thing that he really enjoys doing that he hasn't been able to do like at all since we've lived here, because our big motive has been secure, comfortable, forever housing, got kids and stuff, so you don't have as much time to do that kind of stuff. But we're both really looking forward to when Gary's going to be able to have a garage to tinker around in, and, park his motorcycle in. And
we've got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah. We do have a lot of stuff to do.
A lot of stuff to maintain.
Yep.
Oh, man. So hard to pull that guy. Come on.
Alan, I accidentally found you during the concrete pour disaster, but looked at earlier videos starting with your first night building tents in the woods. Hey, we've come a long time. It's been a long time since we rock and rolled, man. But we've come a long way, that's for sure. From tents in the woods. The first night that we ever slept out here, guys, where Gary's tool garage is on the driveway loop? Yeah, that's where we slept. And there was bears walking around us. And we didn't even have an air mattress or anything, but we took some couch cushions from our couch and drove across the country with couch cushions in the car specifically so we could use that as a bed, because that's more comfortable than an air mattress anyway. And the kids were all little, so we had a bunch of couch cushions that we spread it out, just raw dogged on the floor, on the dirt, bro, of that tent. And just had a couple of bed sheets and I think one sleeping bag. I remember it, dude. I remember it. And just straight slept, just passed out right there on the floor. Dropped our first load of stuff off. Filled up that shed. Drove across the country again. There's some good, man, there's some good memories. There's some really good memories. And it doesn't seem so long ago, but it also feels like a lifetime. Building this house has been such a journey, guys. Grown so much as people. I'm so thankful for this journey that we've been able to be on, and the growth that we've been able to just just the growth that I'm so thankful for the opportunity to grow like that. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. Look at you, Gary. Go, Gary, go. And pallets for a patio. Exactly, bro. Pallet. Hey, it worked, and it worked insanely well. Because we knew camp life wasn't going to be forever. Like, we knew it wasn't going to be a forever thing. We knew, okay, we need something that we can live there and have be functional for us for a year or two. And that's all we really needed. So we didn't want to spend a bunch of money on lumber. We got all those pallets for super cheap, just like a dude selling them out of his house. He came up on a whole bunch of them. How he came up on them, I didn't ask. I just knew that I was buying them for our project.
I needed pallets.
We needed pallets. And he had pallets, so we bought them. But it worked out great. I will say, we learned our lesson about humidity and condensation. Well, that was the beginning of our lesson. We learned a secondary lesson when we moved inside the basement and lived in the basement. With the condensation insulation situation. However, our first lesson about condensation minus the insulation, but it was still a situation, was that pallets and tarps is not a good idea. It's a good way to make your wood look super moldy and rotten. Don't tarp any of your wood like that without airflow. It can't be touching it. It has to be off of it and allowing airflow around it, because the second that it touches it, water, moisture, condensation in between the tarp sheet and the wood, always, every time. But if you allow something to be above it, it doesn't touch it, and so then it has the airflow around it, and then it's not the same problem. That was a big, big, big lesson.
Yeah.
Are you two going to help Mike and Lissa move? Probably not. If they called us and they wanted our help, then we would. Geez, I remember when you guys were remodeling the trailer that you guys lived in when you moved to Arkansas. Yeah, we did all of that remodeling, you know, in Arizona, because the way that the floor, like the floor plan was of it, it wasn't quite conducive enough to what we envisioned our day-to-day life was going to be like, living out of it with the 3 kids. And if we had never...
We wouldn't have revamped it that much.
No. We wouldn't have revamped it that much, but once we started revamping a little bit of something, we found the gift that keeps on giving.
Now, once I tore into it, that was, do we just sort of like piece it back together and pretend we didn't see it?
Yeah, I don't know. We found ourselves in a situation where it was like, okay, we have a couple options here, and it looks like we're gonna have to take the option where we tear the complete butt off of our camper and do it, because we were scared that we were gonna haul it down the road and it was just gonna disintegrate.
Not be able to make it down the road.
Man, if we wouldn't have done anything to that, once we got to Gallup, we would have been screwed.
That thing would have galloped apart.
It would have galloped away.
Bro.
Been screwed, dude.
Those that have driven through Gallup.
Yeah. Anybody
Mexico.
that's driven through Gallup, New Mexico.
Know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, you know exactly what we're talking about.
My goodness. Whether or not they fixed that, I don't know, but...
Well, when we were driving through Gallup quite a bit in 2019, 20, 21.
It was nonstop like that. I mean, they're always doing construction, but...
Yeah. When, Gary? When? For the gasifier. Oh man, you're OG.
Oh man.
OG. Sorry, I walked away the first time, and so I didn't know if you guys answered it. Oh my goodness, you are so OG. I love every second of that. I love that so much. So much. Gary,
You know
when?
what's
When, Gary?
You know it's up. The second I get in my garage, that's gonna be one thing I definitely want to mess with.
Gasifier, is that the toilet that burns poop? No, Gary, tell him what the gasifier is. Tell him.
So, did you know you can get a machine to run off of smoke from wood? The smoke from wood you can actually energize or use as fuel like gasoline in engines and actually have it to run.
Like a car, like a truck. You can
So-
have a wood-burning truck, bro. Imagine having a wood-burning truck.
No, those are called a gasifier,
Yes.
but yes.
Essentially, it's the breakdown of wood and combustion and smoke from wood, burning it down. It channels through a couple of different chambers, all scientific-like, and then it
All
comes out.
scientific-like.
All scientific-like. Yes, that's what I said. And then it ends up magically, because it's magic, it turns into electricity. Like it literally, you can
It turns
use.
to gas.
Yes, but then that turns into electricity.
The gases that you collect off of the wood burning is what is.
You can run it. You can
You're
basically
using
power
to
like
run.
generators and stuff like that
Yeah.
with this. Think of it as like an inverter.
You can run.
Think of it as an inverter. That's the best.
Well,
That's kind of a
You
way.
have to
of
invert it, but yes.
Okay, well, my Mel brain makes the common sense be common if I think of the. I'm just thinking out loud, making the connections out loud. Maybe somebody else thinks like I do, and it will help them to make it make sense. Because it can be confusing. I understand it because you've explained it to me once. I'm trying to speak what I understand. Maybe I'm not good at speaking what I understand. I don't know. But it's cool.
It is super cool.
It is super cool, and I'm very
There's a
excited
guy
that you
on
brought that up
YouTube,
again. That was cool.
Or, I don't know if that video is still there. Or if he's still alive, to be per se. But
Gary, we're gonna make one of those, all right? So, come
I
on.
will. I will. But
It's gonna happen, guys. You know what else I want to bust out too? Just I want to fix it just because, and then I'll let you go on your story before I.
Okay.
The chicken plucker.
Oh. Yeah.
Just because.
I'm gonna
right.
fix that too.
Just because, you know. Why not?
I'm gonna have to find something a little bit better than what I have on it or had on it.
Nah, sorry I interrupted you. You were talking about the gasifier guy.
Yeah, that guy, or there was a guy on YouTube or whatever that actually ran a truck on it, man. And I was like, dude, ever since then, I'm like, dude, I gotta build one of those.
See, but I haven't been able to find that video in forever. I don't know if it got took down or what.
I don't know either. But this is, I mean, the plans and everything were on the FEMA.
Yes,
Like-
they are a part of the FEMA blueprint plans.
Blueprint
Anyone
things.
can get the plans. The government made them.
For oh crap moments.
Yep, literally. Like y'all that are sitting and watching on a computer, just type it in. I'm curious because I can't type on a computer right now because if I get out of the screen, it'll like mess up the stream. Look up, go to Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever you guys are searching on and look up gasifier. Run like
Wood burning gasifier.
wood burning gasifier, and then also type in FEMA, and you'll be able to get the plans for it.
Or truck running on wood.
Because you can
Or
download
burning
stuff
wood.
from their website, government website. It's our stuff. It's our information. Tax dollars paid for that. Alan Marks has been a gasifier at the most embarrassing moment.
Hey, you know, I mean, you can collect that kind of gas and make,
I've seen
gas out of it too.
Hey, I've actually seen Coolest Inventions. I forget what it's called, but there's actually a company that does that. And it's like this big blob, big bubble, a big balloon that's outside of your house, and it plumbs to like your septic and stuff, and it makes the super greenhouses. Have you guys ever seen those? I forget what the company is, but it literally takes like your food scrap gas and your methane gas from your bodily functions, and it converts it into cooking gas. And it's like this huge bubble.
I want to say that that's a bio gas or
Like a biogas or something, but it literally...
Biogas gasifier or something like that, or... I can't remember exactly what those things are called, but people hook up animal waste.
And then it turns into cooking gas, like a propane replacement type. I've thought about getting that conversion kit to make my generator run off propane.
Oh. So that one, or the propane generators are nice. However, if you look at it, you can't run as much as you would off of gas. And I'm curious if it's the same in like a wood gasifier. Like, what is it that you can run off of that, you know?
Oh, and then they elaborated, they said biodiesel, they make it from used cooking oil.
Biodiesel do that too. There's a lot of different ways that you can do certain things, you know? Biodiesel's for diesel. But I'm talking about gas, like engines. Not diesel.
That silver insulation stuff is going to make such a huge difference. Absolutely. It really will. It's going to completely repel, and that's where the area where it all comes in at, you know? So it's going to be great. And most importantly, guys, it's getting us closer and closer to drywall. I'm so excited. I can't wait to say, like, hey, we ordered it. It's coming on this day. I think we're going to do that, like, next week, dude.
Well, that is that whole 50 roll, or whole 50-foot roll.
So we still have one more roll?
I have a whole roll.
Dang, we bought way too much then. That's a good thing.
I mean...
Well, actually, it probably won't be way, because by the time that we do the mudroom, too.
Still have the mudroom to do yet, so...
Yep.
Where'd the scissors go?
You had them in your pocket.
I think it's on the...
Let me look. I found them. They were on the Blue Eddy. Has anyone seen Darth tonight? I have not seen Darth tonight. I was wondering where he was, actually. Good night, Alan.
Good night, buddy. All right.
Richard Collier, I'm so excited to see the drywall going in. It's going to make such a difference. It is. I mean, just putting the insulation or up in the walls like how this is definitely changed the whole feel for us. Like, because now the rooms have more definition than before. But the drywall, y'all, the drywall. That's gonna be amazing. Order 12-foot, oh, where'd it go? Order 12-foot drywall and run horizontal. Be less seams to mud. Won't have to mess with butt joints.
Pretty much.
Anything that has to do with ceiling work is a killer on your arms for sure. Yes, and the underestimated part is your neck and like top shoulders. I always was like amazed with how much that actually kills.
Okay, let me see. I don't want to pull too much. I think I did. Okay. You can set that down.
Oh, I didn't know if you were coming back. I'm just sitting here in a world of my own. I was daydreaming.
I can tell.
I was zoning out. I was daydreaming. I'm sorry. Disassociating. I was
In your own world, it's all right.
disassociating a little bit. Just, you know, my bad. Are you starting inside Julia's room?
I am now, cause
Okay.
just because I ran out right there, and I'm gonna. It's better for me to work from this side to where I ran out. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. You're doing a great job, Gary.
Well, I am trying to.
Hey, Alicia, thank you so much for sending one of those jewel thingies. That thing, it says hiding. I'm still trying to figure out what all those things mean and do. Like, we've got sent, like, I don't know, those, like, Uncle Alert things, and then they send us, like, flower bouquets. I don't know what it does. Like, the XPs and stuff. I don't know what that stuff does. I used to deliver drywall 4x12 and 4x8 sheets. Back in the day, we called it sheetrock. We spread the drywalls in the areas of the house, so 4x8s went upstairs. That was back in 1977. I could understand why the 4x8s would go upstairs and the big ones would stay downstairs. We're hoping to be able to have somebody come out and do essentially the same thing. When we order it, they'll just come and bring it and spread it out to the rooms that it needs to go into. And then Gary and I and a few friends are going to go ahead and install it. Have you noticed how much brighter the rooms are since you put up the foil up? I can tell on the screen. Actually, you're right. It has a little bit of a reflectant quality. You can always tell when Mel is daydreaming. It gets really quiet. Yeah, I do that. I bounce back and forth from like reality and not reality. I'm sorry, friends. This is me. This is me. But yes, when I get quiet, then I am deep in my fantasy.
Somebody over there is speaking truth.
Or I'm calculating I don't know. I'm either doing some deep calculating or some philosophical stuff or daydreaming or who knows what the heck is going on up there. No telling. No telling.
Can you get me the scissors, please?
Sure. It's all right. Like I said, I'm comfortable up there. It's comfy in there. I made it my own place. It's mine. Only I get to go there. Here you go, baby. It's called deep thought. Yes. Yes, it is. I do have deep thoughts. I do have very deep thoughts.
I guess I don't need the scissors for that. I synced it and...
Gary was just having a pucker moment. You pucker, Gary?
A little bit.
Little pucker?
Just because I have to angle myself in here. Huh? Out of staples.
Again. I think that's the worst part. Or letting your mind wander. So you got to be careful with my mind when it wanders because it gets lost sometimes and I have to go find it. or I have to be found. Like, you know, snapped back out into my present reality. You have to pay for those things, so I'm guessing they're another form of a super chat. Oh, that's interesting. Like the XPs and stuff. I don't know what news to me. I did hear some news. They told us that they're changing some of the monetization qualifications and like the minimums that you have to meet each month. So they did tell us some of that stuff, but I guess I haven't been paying attention to the other things. Mel goes to Narnia. I do go to Narnia. I do. I take the bridge to Terabithia.
That's why she wants wardrobes.
Huh? That is why I want wardrobes and not closets.
So she can go to Narnia.
So I can go to Narnia. Why not, guys? Why not? It's fun.
I'm gonna have to come and tape everything in here, unfortunately, still. But at least I got the tape ran halfway.
I know. It's a bummer it's not flex tape.
I'm glad it ain't flex tape.
I said that for your face. It was worth it.
I'm so glad it ain't.
Worth it.
That'd be a sticky mess.
Might be a sticky situation. It is a lot brighter in here. You're absolutely right. And how about the secret garden? You see, Arthur, the thing is that you do know what my garden's name is, right? I like to go to a secret garden, but my garden is the not so secret garden because I'm on YouTube and I've exposed it. So it's not so secret anymore. If I wanted to keep it a secret, I wouldn't be able to put it online and then nobody would know about it because it'd be a secret. But I have a not so secret garden that I frequent all the time. It's got a sign hanging up in there and it says, "Stay trippy, little hippie." And it also says tomatoes, or no, it says gardening cheaper than therapy, plus you get tomatoes. The never-ending story. Atreyu! Atreyu! Yes, I love the never-ending.
I'm not a fan of that movie, and I know that's gonna bug some people.
Well, did you like The Page Master at least? That was kind of a similar type of a story, but different. Do you remember The Page Master?
I think I know what you're talking about, and
That was
that's the same thing. I didn't really like that either.
It was a cartoon, and it had Macaulay Culkin in it. You know, Home Alone.
Uh-huh.
And it was like half cartoon, but half real life. And the story was not the same, but it was in the fact of like the books come to life type of a thing. But the story was different, but the concept was the similar. But Page Master came out like a decade after Neverending Story. So I was like, maybe you like Page Master. I liked Page Master, and I liked the Neverending Story.
Oh, I know you like the Neverending Story.
Oh, Our Mountain Home says, I remember the Page Master. That was a good book, right? Or a good book. That was a good movie, right? I thought it was a good movie. I used to watch that one a lot. Alan's calling you out, Gary.
How dare you not like...
Nope, that's not it. He says, I like it when Gary says that he's scratching his head right now when we can clearly see that he is not scratching his head right now.
Called out.
Called out. We have eyes, Gary. We can see that you are not scratching your head right now. And then he'll say, I ain't gonna lie, right afterwards when we clearly see.
You are lying! You liar!
Oh, that tickled me. That was a good one. Clearly. Oh, Cone Gallery says, uh-oh, you guys are still live? Gary, go to bed. You got to get Abe in the morning.
Oh.
I know, we do, we are. So we're almost, this is the last, we're going to just do bubble wrap tonight, right?
Bubble wrap.
We're going to save the rest, and Gary's almost done with the bubble wrap. So, Heather Hopper, lies were told. It wasn't not a single lie, it was lies were told. Yes. Oh man, does anybody remember that cartoon Land Before Time, or am I too young? I remember Land Before Time. Are you kidding? Littlefoot and Sarah and Ducky and Spike and Petrie. Heck yeah. Man, I cried like a baby. Absolutely like a baby. That was one of the first movies that had me just like, whoa. It was a good movie. What about Fievel? Do you guys remember An American Tail?
Fievel.
Yeah, Fievel. I used to love Fievel. Aw, thank you so much, Cone Gallery. Sending some love your way. Aw, that is so sweet. Sending some love back to you. Thank you so much. We appreciate that super. Yes, I remembered about the rats. Yes, the rats, An American Tail. That is such a good movie. Like, actually, you know, it's An American Tail, but it totally is like if the rats were people, you know, and the immigrant story and all that, it's a great story. And then they have Feifel Goes West. That one was really fun too. I liked that one. Me and my brother Anthony, we used to watch that one a lot. Well, I would watch it and he would babysit me, but he wouldn't make me turn it off. So we kind of watched it a lot. Fern Gully, yes, Fern Gully. Heck yeah, Fern Gully. Oh, you loved Feifel Goes West? I loved Feifel Goes West too. I did. And I loved American Tail. Those were really, really good. I used to watch them like consecutively, you know, back to back. Are you still saving some of the wrap for Gary so he can wear it to help save his body from some bruises? You gonna save some of that wrap there, Gary? Aww. Yes, Richard is singing this somewhere out there. I can't sing it, guys. My throat's all raw. The Borrowers, yes, the Borrowers were really great too. I loved the Borrowers. There was a, if I could be wrong, but I feel like we read the book. I feel like we read the book, The Borrowers, in elementary school.
Coming by. Whew.
I can hear that song in my head now too. They did the duet for the ending credits. Oliver, yes, Oliver. That had a really good soundtrack too.
Okay.
So is David also your biological brother? No, he's my brother from another mother. I say that loosely. He's just a very good friend of ours that we've adopted as our brother. But biologically, genetically, no, we're not related at all in any way. We've been friends since 2019 though, so for a while. Aw, Mel, the desk and walking commercial is pretty good. It's inspirational. Well, thank you. I do try my best with all of our partnerships. I really do try to showcase them in a way that explains them thoroughly, explains why I would want them, explains why you might want them, the details of them, but also shows it in a practical way to where it can be applied to your real life. That's something that's really practical for me. Kelly Thompson, the lazy eye. Yes, yes, Feifel Goes West. The lazy eye. I could hear it right now too. And welcome to the American Classics channel. That's right, Arthur. All day, every day. That's right.
What time is it? 12:29.
Yep.
All right. All right.
You're doing so good, baby.
12:29.
Did you finish that back there, right there? You just finished that.
Yep.
Yep. So now it's just the mudroom, yeah?
So now it's just the mudroom. And I'm half tempted not to do it right now. One, it is darker than dark in there, and there's a lot of stuff in there and in my way right now. And two, we got Abe's game / practice.
True.
And it's 12:29. So, or 12:30. So, I think that's gonna call it, baby. Unfortunately.
Hey, it is what it is. Abe has a game. What are we supposed to,
Abe does have a game, and I don't want to have him miss it.
Because we're tired?
Because we're tired and we overslept.
Yeah, we can't do that to his team.
We can't do that to him or his team, so we gotta be bushy-eyed and wide-eyed and ready for his game tomorrow.
Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Whatever, you know what I mean, all right? I'm not trying to think right now. I just finagled that bubble wrap all the way around on that side, and I'm so happy I got that done that way.
How would I say this? Just so that way future watchers can get a nice little recap, and we can say goodnight to our friends. Take your drink of your water. You ended in Julia's room, so I'm gonna get this thing off of Eileen.
Okay.
And we'll go over there and we will we'll recap our evening.
Okay.
Talk about what we did, what we still need to do, and go from there.
Okay.
Let Gary have a little water break. I think this man deserves it. I would say so. Ugh, I just got you guys off of...
I can't wait to be done up there.
I
It's
can't
so
wait
hot
for
up
you.
in that attic.
It is. They are noticing that you changed your shirt, Gary.
I did, and I'm gonna have
I think they feel cheated.
I'm gonna have to change it again. Sorry, you didn't get to see my
Blinded by the
my
light.
pasty white body. All right, you said Julia's room?
Yes.
Okay. I'll set that there.
That's all right.
That actually might start cooling it off a little bit.
Feels kind of cooler.
Just because the heat's gonna really start rising, you know?
You don't say.
All right, well, I got all the bubble wrap through and through every which way. And that was a little bit more interesting going that way about it. Running them long ways that way versus just cutting them into strips and setting it that way. But this is 2 feet wide and I wanted 4-foot strips, right? So, and it's 16-inch center. So I would have a lot of waste if I were to try to go like this with these specific ones. So doing it this way makes it to where I just go two times what I need, and it will be done with the 4-foot right there. So made it a little bit more interesting when I got into the the truss area up in the front over by the double plates and whatnot. I had to cut every single little bit for the joist, and I was able to get it all done though. It's all situated. Yay.
High five.
That's
good job, Gary. You did awesome tonight.
One nightmare done.
And actually, I feel like this was a lot faster for you to install than the other way.
Yep.
I know it still took some time, but I feel like doing it this way. So future folks watching, this might have been the better way to do it than the other way. Just for speed.
It was a little bit more of a nightmare, like I said, with having to cut each one, but
yeah,
there's only 23, so.
So I guess it depends on how big your house is that you'd
Correct.
be doing that. But just so that way you guys can see what we're talking about. Talking about this specifically, see how he had to go up and bring it and then connect it in so it connects all right through there.
Up and around.
Up and around. I hope that shows you guys best. And then up. So you did a great job, Gary. Fantastic job.
That is awesome. And now I should be able to shoot the insulation into that area and not have to really worry too much. It's a really tight space. So just to give you that spot again, I'll probably end up being on this side. Probably try to get on this side of the choice or the chase or whatever and then shoot it over there, but chances of me being able to get in there and doing it, and it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. And it's gonna be really fluffy everywhere.
You'll figure it out though. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait for us to be able to insulate up there and drywall everything and get the AC running because it's hot.
It is.
Before we know it, it's gonna be cold.
He ain't lying. Not a single lie was told.
No.
Not right now anyway.
No.
So Gary went ahead and he finished, guys. Gary got it all done. He finished all of the bubble wrap style stuff for both the north and the south end of the house.
Yep.
So now that's completely done in the way that it needs to be. And we could put the insulation up on the ceiling in those areas and not have anything hindering us later for when he goes to blow in the insulation. So
Correct.
That's a huge like win, something that had to be done. I'm really happy that you were able to complete it, babe. That's a big one. The only spot that we have left for the bubble wrap is going to be inside the mudroom, but we have to move the lights around in order to work in that space because we don't have any.
Gotta move some stuff
lights
around in there
going
too.
in there. We do have a bunch of storage in there right now. Ring around the rosy,
Yeah.
living in a construction zone. So that being said, we're going to tackle that and then some other things the next time that we come out here to work. Which is going to be on Monday for a night owl session. We'll try to do it for much longer than we've been doing it as well. We'll try to pre-plan ahead. But tomorrow our son has another football game. He's got another scrimmage game.
Yep.
That's pretty much going to be the name of the game for Saturdays for us for the next foreseeable future. So that being said, we do got to log off of this thing and we have to get some sleep so we can be there for our son in the morning. But
Correct.
today has been an absolute success.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
really awesome to be able to get done what we got done, and that just gets us that much closer. Little bit at a time, you guys. Little bit.
Little bit at a time. And hey, we had to go and get the materials for it today too. We had a very full day as well, which if you guys don't watch our secondary channel, Real Life with SLR, what you guys doing? Go check it out. I'm going to put an icon card on the replay over here by Gary's head, so that way you guys can go over there and see the video that we posted today on Real Life.
No.
And then you guys can see what we did today, and then you guys can say, wow, they did all that, and then they still did this live? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Now it's time for bed.
It is time for bed. Abe's got a game in the morning. So we're going to jump out of here. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today and watching today's episode. Real quick before we get out of here, I did see that we got a last minute super chat from Josh. Thank you so much, Josh.
Thank you so much, man.
He says, good night, y'all. Been enjoying the content since Arizona days. Y'all are killing it. Well, thank you, man.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Big time. Big time. Let's see if I can heart it without turning off the camera like last time. Oh, it did. This one was able to scroll. I think that's what and I see everybody too is saying good night to us. Good night, Henry. Good night, Coon Gallery, Alicia, Chrissy. It's Richard, Patty. I see everybody up is in here. And our Mountain Home, Dana, MJ Casados, John. I'm scrolling down right here. Arthur, good night, good night. We love you guys. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Now, we will be back with another live stream on Monday, so make sure to stay tuned for that. We'll try to go later. Can't tell you when we're going to start it. Our life is crazy.
Yeah.
But we'll see you guys on Monday, and we'll try to be on Real Life over the weekend. So until the next one, friends, know we love y'all, and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.
Good night, you guys.
Woo.
Sleep good.
Yay.
Yay. Gary, you did so awesome. It looks so good.